Perched on the North Essex coast, only 2 miles up the road from Clacton-on-Sea, is Jaywick. Built in the 1920s, this once thriving seaside resort gave East Londoners the chance to buy a plot of land and build their own holiday chalet. But 90 years on, Jaywick has changed beyond recognition. It's still a seaside community, only now nearly half of its 5,000 residents live on benefits. Over 5 times the national average.
I'll eat 1 meal a day because I want to save money and move out of here.
Its run-down houses are the closest thing this country has to a shanty town. And since 2011, according to official statistics, Jaywick has been identified as the most deprived place in England.
It's a rough hole, really. It's never going to change, this place. It's never going to change.
With high rates of unemployment, crime and ill health, the average weekly income is £360.
You need work. These people have got no work to do.
It's totally forgotten. The only time we're mentioned is when they want to tell everybody that we're the most destitute place in the world. Don't come here.
Few would choose to live here, but many of those who do love it and feel it's a real community.
You could be anywhere in the world right now. Life is what you make it.
People who don't know Jaywick must think that we are the lowest of the lot, and we're not. We're definitely not.
I got the job.
Oh, well done.
And despite its isolation and deteriorating housing, people here care about each other.
Jaywick is a village, and we do stick together.
Cheers.
We are the happy people. We are the Jaywick people.
We love you, Jaywick. We do.
In today's programme, self-confessed ex-gangster Fred struggles to survive the winter.
It's killing me, this weather. It's killing these cats, believe it or not. You'll end up finding him there dead in his caravan if you don't do something about it.
Nightmare tenants run riot.
Drug dealing from the property. The police were there every day. This is what I just pulled out of the kitchen.
And the knives are out on Jaywick Beach.
Police, please. A bunch of teenagers pulled a knife out at her. From now on, you are not to go nowhere alone.
Jaywick is divided up into 3 distinct areas. Furthest from the seafront, the Tudor estate, with the poshest homes and their mock Tudor exteriors. In the centre, Jaywick Village, the old part where the shops are. And finally, furthest south, and now the most run-down area, Brooklands. It might have streets named after fashionable 1930s motorcars, but here, 50% of the children are classed as living in poverty.
Kill him. Go on. Kill him. Get him. See him off.
Brooklands is home to 27-year-old Jay and his girlfriend Zoe.
Well, hey.
They've been together for 4 years and both are unemployed. But Jay, who served time in prison for violent crimes, is determined to get a job and not re-offend.
Been inside for battery, affray, ABH of intent, GBH of intent, driving offences. I'm paying for it now. The older I get, the more I'm paying for it. People may think they're all that because they've been to jail, but not for me. It's a mug's game, just don't want to go back there. Come in, I'm nuts.
From as early as Jay can remember, he's been in and out of care, committing his first offence at 10 by hitting a policeman.
Never been to school, never. I learned everything I know now in prison. Basic stuff like my English and my maths, and that was it. And I had to read properly. One plus side of going in jail. I learned a few things.
But in an area where there's 1 job for every 5 people, having a criminal record doesn't help the odds.
I wouldn't say I'm a bad guy. I've just been written off as a bad guy. And that's how people want to see it. You know, people would rather believe what they see on paper than actually take the time to get to know me. So there we go.
Jay is just one of many ex-offenders trying to make a fresh start here. local authorities moved them to Brooklands because of the low-cost housing. Just a street away from Jay lives 76-year-old pensioner Fred, a self-confessed former East End gangster.
I shot someone. Never killed him, but I shot him right through the face. 38 revolver. And funny enough, the police couldn't find the bullet. They found the hole in the window. It ended up going through the wall into a cheese cabinet. And next door where the old geezers used to go and serve a roll or something like that. And one of them was sitting there one day and he went, what the? And I said, he went, he's bitten on this roll and it's in the roll. It was bedded in the actual roll, what he bit on. And he had it on his neck and he said, I'll wear that. But that brought a lot of custom to him.
Fred grew up in London's Bethnal Green, where the notorious Cray twins ran the show.
I was on the run mostly in the old days when the craze was about. I was on the run all the time. Went to school with them, didn't I? Known them all my life. Just sit on their doorstep, didn't I, with a mother and that and all that when I was younger. Yeah. Shame the way they all died.
Now Fred lives on his own, eking out his £107 per week pension to cover his food and bills. But in Brooklands, there's not even a shop or a pub. So every day, he heads to Jaywick village and spends a tenner on pet food.
Come on.
Because this hard man does have a soft spot.
Come on then. Oh, yeah, old ginger. I've got no time for humans. I let you down too much. Cats are harmless. They don't cause no trouble. You've got Blackie in here. The kitten in here, I called him Kitten. You've got O'Shea, Little Shay, Buttons, because he's got a black mark on here. Kitty, that's the mother. Prince, Goldie, Happy, Jamie, Snowy, Bibbles. That's it, I think. That's about it, yeah, that's it.
Fred's landlord doesn't want 15 cats in the house. So for 4 years, he's chosen to live in the caravan on his front yard.
I have to wrap myself up. On here, I sleep. I lay back on the bed here and cover myself up. And they get inside here and all that when they're cold.
He might be hard, but with his heating broken and temperatures at -2, things are desperate.
They love me, the cats. They cuddle up me every night. They're my babies. They're like my own children, me.
Coming up, every landlord's worst nightmare.
The police were there every day. We've got drug dealing from the property. Nothing but trouble for 3 years.
And freezing temperatures in Brooklands put lives at risk.
It's killing me, this weather. It's killing these cats, believe it or not.
If that man's sitting there with no power, it can't be right.
The two poorest areas of Jaywick sit side by side, the village and Brooklands, also known locally as the Badlands. Even though it's less than 60 miles from London, a 2-bedroomed bungalow sells for as little as £40,000. Buy-to-let is a thriving industry, with most of the homes rented by people on housing benefit. Landlord Barry Schimel rents 8 properties in both areas at £600 per month. He's been in the renting game for 10 years. But for one of his bungalows in the village, he's been getting nothing but aggro.
They've collected lots of scrap and they've had their bonfires.
Barry rented the house to a family of 2 adults and 2 children who moved in nearly 3 years ago.
Got smashed doors, smashed windows, all the dog shit.
And although they've paid the rent, there have been allegations of drug dealing and the police have been involved. Now Barry's finally got his property back. Well, what's left of it.
This is what I just pulled out of the kitchen to try and clean the kitchen up a bit. It speaks for itself, really. The place has been flooded. I take it a rat was living in there by the... Yeah, it looks like a rat was living in that one. And there's our jolly old friends. I don't know what's alive and what's dead in this place actually at the moment. You can understand why the neighbours were a little bit upset about the place.
The tenants did a moonlight flit, and now Barry's facing a bill for over £5,000 worth of damages.
We got to hear that they've gone off to jolly London, to some other lovely property, I suppose. But all you can do is try and help people. That's all you can do.
The house needs a total refurb, and there's always a chance new tenants might wreck the place again.
They should be on the national register so that anyone can look them up and say, no, you're not having one of my properties. When they're in there, you can't get them out. Well, you can get them out. Sometimes it takes you a year to get them out.
Just a couple of streets away from Barry's wrecked property is 33-year-old single dad Carl with his own housing problem.
No, darling, you can stay here.
I don't want to stay, it's boring.
You're staying here, I don't argue about it, to tell you the truth.
He and his daughters, 11-year-old Emily and 14-year-old Leah, are about to be evicted.
I feel like I can go out tomorrow. I'm going out Thursday then.
You can go out Thursday then?
Tensions are running high.
So fucking shit of a house anyway. My girls deserve better anyway, to tell you the truth. As long as we don't move out of Jaywick, that's when they start kicking up a huff, you know? But I'm used to it anyway, so.
Carl grew up in Jaywick and worked nights in a chicken factory, earning £350 a week. But when he and his wife split up 2 years ago, he gave up the job to be a full-time parent.
My girls are my rock, to tell you the truth. You know? Proper, my girls are my life. I love living with my girls. Couldn't ask for nothing more.
Dad makes me laugh. He gets annoying sometimes. Look, he's being an idiot now.
Get it. Oh, go on, let me get it.
Me and Dad have become really close as well. Like, I never really got on with him. Like when my mum and Dad were together. Me and Dad used to always argue and that. But yeah, we're much better now.
Without a salary coming in, the family are surviving on his employment support allowance of £72.40 a week. But the girls look out for their dad too.
Because I'm not very good at reading and writing. My little Emmy helps me a lot. Because I'm like dyslexic, I can't really read at all. I went through school trying to hide it. And it weren't until probably about the year 8 in secondary school when they've really found out. And they try and make me read cat and this and try and take it back to basics and all that. It just don't work because it just doesn't click. You know what I mean?
And Carl's reading problems are the reason he's being evicted. He hasn't filled in his housing benefit forms to pay his rent.
He's been getting letters through the door and he's just been put them to one side. Which, I suppose, it's his fault, really.
With his housing benefit on hold, Carl's landlord hasn't been paid £2,500 of rent. And he's finally lost patience.
I'm stressed out as it is.
The help's there for him, but I think he's a little bit too proud. He likes to do things on his own.
It's me who's suffering and the girls are suffering through my not being good at reading and writing. It could be just that one certain word will mean something and it'll fuck it up for me. And then it frustrates me so much, it really does. That's why I get so angry with it. And that's why I'm in this situation.
Carl isn't the only local whose life lurches from crisis to crisis. Statistics show people die younger here. Residents are lucky to make it to their mid-70s.
Old fusspotters, you don't like a cuddle, do you? Yeah, no, that's it, old fusspot. Yeah, might like that.
At 76, Fred, living in his freezing caravan, is on borrowed time.
It's killing me, this weather. It's killing these cats, believe it or not.
His electrics aren't working, and with no gas supply in Brooklands, no electrics means no heating.
See, they're all cold. Yeah, they're all icy cold, they are, aren't they? Buttons, eh? My old frame. If I didn't have the cats, I'd be gone.
Old and alone, Fred's very vulnerable. And local councillor Dan Casey thinks he can help.
Let's hope you can turn round here. Oh, blimey. My God. What can I actually say?
Brooklands roads are full of potholes. A car's suspension can struggle to cope. Fred's electrics have now been on the blink for a fortnight.
It was freezing here. Literally freezing. But the light won't work in here.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Well, I ain't
So
actually...
you tell me you got no electric in here?
No, I've got that. My battery charger I bought. I've only had that a couple of weeks. So I've been charging batteries like this up, you see, 12 volt. Oh, yeah. It lights it up nice and bright overnight, but it don't last long. Put a kettle in and that, nothing.
So what is your heating then?
I ain't got no heat in there. I've got no heat at all now. I was freezing last night.
No fires in there? In your...
Got fires, but they just won't work. But it's not... If you plug into that, like that should be working.
Fred, how long you lived here like this?
Since you had the cats.
Since you had the... How long you had the cats then?
4 years now.
4 years, yeah.
Hey, stop it.
Cheers, Fred. Just could not believe that somebody down there was living in that type of condition. I know there's been complaints about housing and stuff like that, but there is a man there who for 2 weeks has had no power, living with 15 cats in that place with no food, no heating, hot food I'm talking about, and we're in -degrees in temperatures. It just cannot be right. You'll end up finding him there dead in his caravan if we don't do something about it.
Neglected homes and run-down roads aren't the only challenges facing Jaywick's residents. 40% have a disability or long-term health condition and are dependent on the state. Many relatives are forced to become full-time carers. Six streets away from Fred, 17-year-old Louise lives with her mum Anita and disabled stepdad.
Okay.
Michael suffers from a chronic heart condition and needs round-the-clock help. The three get by on a tight budget, living off Michael's pension and Anita's carer's allowance. Their house is a stone's throw from Brooklands beach.
I've been with Michael coming up 8 years now. I am his full-time carer. He's all right. Sometimes it's a bit hard. You help out with him, don't you?
Yeah. Ready this way.
There's not a lot of money left for food once the monthly heating bill of £130 is paid for their run-down chalet.
If you do this, the wall just gives. See, look, this shouldn't do this. And then, like, they started putting a new floor in, and it stops here. This is the messiest room in the house. This is Louise's bedroom.
Hey!
I sleep in there. I sleep with the boy. I sleep with my baby boy.
Living like this for 7 years has finally got to Anita.
I've got to move out of here. Doing my nothing. Driving me nuts.
But Anita's determined Louise will have a brighter future.
I don't want her to be in the same situation I was. I want her to have a decent life. And I'm trying my best. I don't want her to be like all these others. I want her to achieve something, not turn around and, you know, be like these kids that are just wandering the street getting in trouble. I don't want her to be like that. Where's your biceps?
On your arm.
What about your gluteus maximus?
That's your butt.
Okay.
Louise's dream is to succeed at college and become a care assistant.
The course that I'm on at the minute, which is to do with my English and maths, because I didn't get that good grade, and I wanted to improve my grades for English and maths. The course I'm on at the minute is called Gateway 2.
You've got to start at the bottom and work our way up. That's what you do in life. I wanted to be a farmer like my granddad, but because I suffer with fits, I can't work I couldn't work on the farm. But I do everything in my power to make sure Young gets what she wants. You know, I want to be proud of her.
So it's Dan here, just to ring in reference Fred who lives in...
Councillor Dan wastes no time trying to sort Fred out.
2 weeks he's had no heating, nothing, and he's sleeping in a caravan with cats, and really, the last thing I want is something that happened to him, and now
He's determined to get him some kind of heating. And along Brooklands seafront, former teenage tearaway Jay is also braving the cold to earn some cash sorting his neighbour's garden.
I've been working on and off since I was 16. All right, it's me done. I do private work, bit of gardening, bit of property renovation, various jobs. Everyone gets on all right with everyone down this road. Keep ourselves to ourselves, help each other out if need be, and that's it.
7 p.m. and Dan's worried Fred might not survive the night in his caravan.
Well, it was going to be cold down there tonight. I just couldn't imagine myself living in that caravan and no hot food inside you. So we go over here. What's that say? Poorest, yeah.
If Fred's heating isn't sorted soon, it may be too little too late.
I can feel it's warm. Yeah, it's warm. I can feel it there. You can see it steaming. Hey, old gypsy tipsy.
Coming up, tenant trouble.
Come for the letter. She hasn't bothered paying a penny since last April.
Tantrums.
Fuck off, you twat. I've only got 2 exes left.
Police, please.
And terror on Brooklands beach.
My mum was out walking the dog and a bunch of teenagers pulled a knife out at her.
Jaywick's crime rate is nearly double the national average. Its rundown houses are a target for burglary. Out of the 770 crimes reported last year, antisocial behaviour topped the list, with 260 offences, followed by 169 violent crimes. It's a tough environment to bring up kids.
Now, if you sort it out now, the stuff you want, like your school stuff, and that'll be all sorted anyway.
Single dad Carl and his daughters Leah and Emily have had some good news.
Then we've got to come back Sunday and sort all of our stuff out Sunday before school.
Babe. Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to school Monday then.
Faced with eviction from Jaywick village, Carl's family have pulled together and his cousin Steve has offered them his house in Brooklands.
Babe, come on, work with me, babe. Don't fight with me all the time. You don't... Well, you are, aren't you?
But getting the girls into moving mode isn't proving easy.
You've got to do something today. No fucking about. You can't go out, you can't do this, you've got to stay here, do your clothes. And your bedroom.
And put it where?
Here? It could be anywhere. It's got to be tidied up from there to the car, innit? Or shall I just chuck it all in a big bag and just chuck it in your bedroom when I get to Steve's? It's a lot bigger.
The bedroom's smaller.
No, it's a lot bigger than that room, babe.
Good.
Their new home is only 5 minutes away, but the girls aren't enthusiastic.
What's wrong, Em?
Nothing.
You weren't about moving?
Hmm? I just don't like packing.
You don't help yourself, B, do you?
Are you having a laugh, aren't you? Oh, okay.
This will be their third move in 2 years.
So we'll probably move again. Or I don't know. As long as we're somewhere.
With winter temperatures hovering around -2, Fred has found refuge in a local pub. Partly to meet his mate Spider, but mainly to warm up.
I had this on last night, socks on, jumpers on, and it was freezing. Even cats when they're cuddled up like that, freezing cold.
Fred lost touch with his kids 23 years ago when he moved here.
I'd love to meet my children where I lost them up London. I wasn't married to the woman, but they're my children. She had. I walked out on her. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to see your children and make sure they're all safe.
Well, just to say hello, how are you? Make sure they were wet and that.
You might be lucky.
See, I've got a criminal record on it, I don't know. To see my record.
It shouldn't really be a problem. What you've done in the past, you've done is
well, I know,
good,
yeah.
isn't it, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. Right, whose go is it?
I won.
Hey? Oh, you won, did you? All right. I'm getting old. I'll keep worrying myself about 4 years' time I'll be 80. Oh, dear. I'd love one thing if I could. Well, I'd like to apologise. I walked out and she had a son of mine, he's getting on now a bit, but he was 9 years old. I often wonder where she is now.
Like Fred, the majority of Jaywick's residents rent their homes, but not everyone is a tenant. This spacious seafront beach house in Jaywick Village is home to local landlords Barry and Susie. They snapped it up 10 years ago.
We bought this for a retirement home. The community is brilliant. Where else would you get that in England? So this is it. We're semi-retired.
Semi-retired? Never retire.
Landlords Barry and Susie have 8 bungalows on their books.
We've had a good number of tenants. We've had them from the courts, we've had them from prison, haven't we?
Yeah.
The Alkies, or they call them the Alkies, they've been good.
Oh, yeah.
No problems with them.
Because you find that if someone's an alcoholic, once they get their money, they run to pay me their rent or their top-up. Because once they've got it in their hand, they will spend it. So I've had them knock at my door first thing in the morning. Susie, I've got to pay your rent. Receipt, off you go. So they know what's in their pocket is theirs to spend. So I would never slag any of them down because they're good people.
But one of Susie and Barry's tenants is nearly a year in arrears. They've asked her to leave, but she isn't budging.
She's supposed to be out today. She phoned me last night saying the place she's found, she can't move for even another week. So I don't know if she's stringing me on or what.
What's the house in total now?
It's 30 at the moment.
It's 1,300 at the moment.
She hasn't bothered paying a penny since last April.
If it doesn't come out soon, we go back to court, we get the sheriffs in. They'll just go in there and change the locks, change everything for us.
Isn't it marvellous? Yeah. All the bad publicity about Brooklands and the 2 bad tenants are both in the village in Jaywick.
But Barry and Susie want to avoid spending money on bailiffs. So they're trying to get a moving out date in writing from the tenant.
It's very hard to get tenants out. And I've got bills and mortgage to pay on the property, and I can't afford it.
You right?
Come for the letter.
Oh, letter, yeah.
She was meant to have done us a letter. It's about when she's moving out, but she hasn't.
There's no letter, and they're no closer to getting their money.
That's it. Don't worry about it. Phone our solicitor and get the legal started. Why get upset about anything? No need to.
While Barry and Susie ponder their legal options, Jay's headed into Clacton and straight to the local tattoo parlour.
All right, Jay, come in here, mate. Tell me what you want done.
Cover up on my neck of my ex-partner's name.
Jay's numerous tattoos include the initials of several former girlfriends. One by one, he's striking them out of his life.
Cool. You know she's going to hurt covering this up, don't you?
Yep.
We've got going a little bit deeper than normal. I'm sure you'll be all right.
No worries. If I pass out, just carry on.
That's what we normally do. Plenty of work for me. All these youngsters coming in having their girlfriends' names
tattooed on them, and then 3 weeks later, they want them covered up again. Here we go. Just stay nice and still.
Well, this one you're covering up now, this is from 2008.
That was it. That's not too bad, then.
And then one on my arm that needs to be done, that's from 2006. No, what? Weren't long, about 6 months, and that was done. I think about 6 weeks after I had the tattoo done, that was it was game over. Yeah, that was a waste of money. And a waste of space on my arm.
And Jay's past is catching up with him in other ways.
How long have you been out of work for?
Quite a length of time.
Yeah.
But that's due to my criminal record more than anything.
Yeah, I suppose it's hard to get a job if you've got a record, isn't it?
9 times out of 10, don't even want to take a look at your application form. As soon as you mention you've got a criminal record, they don't want to know you. Is that most of the outline done?
Nearly done, yeah.
Sweet.
And Phil's got one eye on Jay's future prospects too.
We're going to leave that scroll open. We're not going to put another girl's name in there just yet.
You say just yet, famous last words.
Back in Brooklands, self-confessed former East End gangster Fred is still toughing it out in his caravan. Fred's been without heating for 2 weeks, and local councillor Dan has brought along charity worker Sasha to see how they can help.
Hello, Fred. I brought a nice young lady for you. Yeah. This is Sasha.
But ever resourceful, Fred's got a surprise of his own.
Well, I've done a miracle myself. I've rewired it, I've rewired part of the house.
He's fixed his heating problem by running wires from his fuse box to his caravan.
I thought, if I run that from that to that and reverse the fire so the wire comes out here and the plug goes in there and then all that, and it works, you know what I mean? So it's not too bad.
But Fred would still be safer living in his old house, if he can be persuaded.
One of the things that I might be able to help you with is maybe help sorting out the inside of your house and maybe getting it a bit more livable.
It is a bit ropey. I mean, there's no toilet works in there. I have to flush that with a bucket. The shower's no good. Can't have a shower.
Do you need anybody to come and check anything for you in there, Fred?
Well, there's nothing you can check. It's his wreck.
I'll be able to come round next time I'm round here. I'll be able to have a chat about your electrics and see if there's something we can do to maybe get it a bit more safe and a bit more secure for you.
I'll marry you tomorrow.
There you go. There you cheers, Fred. Yes, get in the warm, Fred. That's it, get in the warm, all right?
Oh, your fire's gone off, is it?
It's very, very difficult. I think Fred's one of these people that basically he's cats and that's his life, and you can help him so far. But whether he'll let you go the extra mile, I don't know.
We are having spaghetti with pasta sauce.
6 rows away, Louise is taking her turn to look after disabled stepdad Michael.
Sure you don't want no sausages?
No sausages.
But you want your cheese that's stinky.
Yeah.
Okay, you have the stinky cheese, me and Mum have the sausages. Ready, play ball!
Freddie play ball. Freddie always plays ball. Oh dear, we were excited because you want your ball. He wants his little ball.
Times are hard, but Anita still spoils Freddie rotten.
If you give me kisses, you can have your ball. Good boy.
He's like, kiss me.
I love my pet Stilly. I wouldn't be without him, he's fun.
Freddie!
The most expensive thing's his vet bills. But no, he's not expensive to feed.
I am, though.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
To feed you,
It costs.
right, cost me nearly a £5 a day. To feed him, yeah, only cost me 50p a day.
Go for a swim, Freddie.
Did he go swimming?
Go swimming.
Open the gate. That's a good boy.
Freddie's evening walk on the beach gives Anita time off from caring for Michael. But Brooklands is badly lit and can be dangerous at night. Jay's tattoo took longer than expected. His girlfriend Zoe has been stuck indoors, minding the dogs for hours.
Get your fucking head out of that bin! Oi! It's enough!
Move!
Zoe isn't happy.
Hey!
Fucker. I need you to take this off my neck in a minute. Can you wash it for me? Can you do it for me with warm soapy water?
You do all your other tattoos, you friggin' self.
Not on my neck, I don't. Don't start on me. Right, babes, you can come take this off my necky, please. All you gotta do is just take it off. Like I say, that's one done. I just got one on my back to do.
Got another 5,000 X's.
Fuck off, 5,000. Exaggerate, you twat. I've only got 2 X's left.
Louise didn't expect Anita to be back so soon. Walking the dog has turned into trouble.
Gang of teenagers on the beach. No, they're cold and they've got knives. Come here.
What? Did they pull it out on you?
Yeah.
They pulled
That's why I ran home.
Are you serious? They pulled a knife out at you, then ring the police because that counts as threatening.
I don't care.
Well, me and Dad do.
Me and the dog got home, haven't we?
What if they had stabbed you?
They hadn't, Ellie. We ran. Me and the dog ran. We're home, all right?
Still counts as threatening, and Dad can back me up on this.
I'm big enough to look out myself. You tell her.
Dad, come on, it still counts as threatening.
Phone the police and tell them.
Oh, what are they going to do? Take a...
Police, please. It still counts as threatening because they pulled it out on you.
It ain't gonna make a difference. They ain't gonna do nothing.
My mum was out walking the dog and a bunch of teenagers was on the beach and pulled a knife out at her.
Me and the dog got home safely. We're fine.
Did they say anything or did they just pull
They wanted the dog.
Were they all boys?
I don't know. They all had hoods. How am I supposed to?
They all had hoods. How many was there?
There's about 6 or 7 of them. I can't now have a fag.
Yeah, go have a fag.
There's nothing the police can
There was
do.
about 6 or 7 of them.
They're after the dog.
There was about 6 or 7 of them and they wanted Fred.
I don't get what's so special about...
Some people can't always get what they want, so they try and steal it from others. That's why Jaywick's a bad place, Mum. Fucking hate it. You alright?
Yeah, I just got a sore ankle. Leave me alone.
From now on, you are not to go nowhere alone. No offence, and I don't mean it to be offensive or anything, but it's a shit place.
Coming up,
Don't just sit there, Leah. What do you want me to do?
chucked out
Can you stop having a go at me?
Come on, let me go, young.
Oh, just go away.
Hello.
and chilling out.
I just thought it might cheer up. It's nice to see her smiling again after the incident.
Goes not heavy.
In Jaywick village, it's eviction day for single dad Carl and his 2 daughters.
Wait.
But luckily, his family have come to his rescue, and his cousin has offered them a house to go to.
All these boxes I can take in the next one, Dad. Yeah.
The only problem, it's in the most neglected part of Jaywick, Brooklands.
You want a couple bin bags?
Oh, you missed it this morning.
You don't need to shut the door.
And 14-year-old Leah isn't playing ball.
Don't just sit there, Leah. Or do you want me to do it? You should have gone to fucking school.
Oh, I asked you to go to school and you said no!
Don't start me, Leah, but you're right, I'm telling you now, you do not want to start with me.
Why did you take the chair for?
Because that's what's got to happen, Leah, B.
Oh. You ain't got time to
4 o'clock. How can I take you to 4 o'clock? I've got to go and pick Emily up first. I can't drop you both off, so I'm dropping you off before I pick Emily up. I've got a 2-seater car. I can't take you.
Can you stop having a go at me?
I'm not gonna go. Do you want me to have a go?
Oh, just go away.
She's in one of them moods, yeah. Some people might think I wouldn't have my little kid talk to me like that, but you've got to bite your tongue sometimes, you know? Especially my girls. It's all just heat at the moment. But if they push it too much, you know, I put them in their place, you know? And they know that, you know? That's what it's all about, you know? I'm their dad. Over the time I've had my girls, it's quite hard. They've changed. You wait till they just get a little bit older and they want to go out and start drinking and boyfriends want to stay around and stuff. Oh, my Lord, that ain't happening underneath my roof. One of her little friends is pregnant. Leah's friends, you know. How old's Leah? 14? She's 15 years old. She was staying around my house in the summer. But Leah's a young 14. She's not sticking her tongues down people's mouths and stuff like that, you know. She's not like that, I don't think, you know. But that's going to change, isn't it? It's going to change. Oh, I don't know. I'll try not to think about that.
She's going to run you ragged, mate. She's going to have you doing cartwheels.
Oh, come and kiss cuddle.
I don't like
Oh,
you.
no, give me a cuddle.
No, you said go at me
Come
for
on,
no
give me a
reason.
cuddle.
No.
Give me a cuddle. Come on. Daddy. Oh, you want to stop smoking, didn't you?
You're gorgeous.
Hello, you.
After the knife incident on the beach, Louise has decided to cheer up her mum, Anita. She's treating her to a day out at a local animal rescue centre.
Oh, hello, darling.
Nice to get away, especially to this. This is gorgeous. This is. His life isn't all bad. No, eat the bag.
No. He just tried to eat the bag. Oh my God!
Hello.
She used to live on a farm, and I just thought he might cheer her up. It's nice to see her smiling again after the incident.
Can't handle the beach down there no more. Just every time I go out, it just scares me, that's all.
I'm just stroking Rosie.
Rosie?
She's an old horse, though.
Hello, darling.
How do you get her to move?
Walk on, come on.
Oh, walk on. Yeah,
Good girl. No, don't get in front of her, she's scaring her.
All right, come on, walk on. Walk on. Come on, walk. Hey, this way.
After what happened to me on Jaywick the beach the other day, I'm scared for her every time she goes out the front door. She's still struggling with the horse. Oh dear, are you tired? Are you tired? Are you tired? Yeah, you're lovely. It's important to spend time with your kids. I reckon if people spent more time and bonded with their kids more, maybe you wouldn't have the trouble I had on the beach the other day in Jaywick.
Carl and his daughters have left their house in Jaywick village for the last time.
Yeah.
They're only moving 5 minutes away, but their new home is in run-down Brooklands.
Got like loads of derelict houses.
You know what? There's a dodgy one there, girls. Look. Don't go through them alleys at night.
One is riding on.
Here we are, girlies.
But luckily for the girls, Carl's cousin has done a lot of work to the house because he's trying to sell it.
Can you get it? You ready for this? Come on, girlies. Look at this. You didn't expect this, did you, Leah B? You didn't think it'd be this good? And what, you're going to put him in there, are you? In this cage? Better than the other place, isn't it, babes? You like it, Leah B? Better, isn't it, babes? Brand spanking new cookers, never been used. A little bit there for the dogs.
It's a happy end to a stressful week.
There's carpet and it's just much warmer and it looks better as well. It's just better.
You happy? Not better than those.
Like the other house, I was like a bit embarrassed like living there. But like in here, I won't be.
It may only be a temporary solution until the house sells, but at least for now, they aren't homeless.
I'm relieved that I've got an house, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I was homeless yesterday. You know what I mean? I've got a banging house for the girls, so happy days. You know, I've always said, you never know what's round the corner, man. Trust, you never know.
Next time.
The machete maniac running around.
I honestly did not think that she was going to make it.
No, a little bit more. Look, you.
This is what my life has been like. Spiral, whoa.
Fucking hell, look. I have burnt the sewers. I will do anything for this community.
Lights up!
On the North Essex coast, 2 miles from Clacton-on-Sea, lies Jaywick. Built in the 1920s, this once thriving seaside resort gave East Londoners the chance to buy a plot of land and build their own holiday chalet. But 90 years on, Jaywick has changed beyond recognition. It's still a seaside community, only now nearly half of its 5,000 residents live on benefits. Over 5 times the national average.
I'll eat 1 meal a day because I want to save money and move out of here.
Its run-down houses are the closest thing this country has to a shanty town. And since 2011, according to official statistics, Jaywick has been identified as the most deprived place in England.
It's a rough hole, really. It's never going to change, this place. It's never going to change.
With high rates of unemployment, crime and ill health, the average weekly income is £360.
You need work. These people have got no work to do.
It's totally forgotten. The only time we mention is when they want to tell everybody that we're the most destitute place in the world. Don't come here.
Few would choose to live here, but many of those who do love it and feel it's a real community.
You could be anywhere in the world right now. Life is what you make it.
People who don't know Jaywick must think that we are the lowest of the lot, and we're not. We're definitely not.
And despite its isolation and deteriorating housing, people here care about each other.
Jaywick is a village, and we do stick together. Cheers.
We love you, Jaywick. We are the Jaywick people. We're quite happy as we are.
In today's programme, violence strikes after dark.
There's a machete maniac running around. Crazy.
I honestly did not think that she was going to make it.
Quitting the booze after 45 years.
Go a little bit more, look.
This is what my life has been like. Spoil. Whoa.
And residents take matters into their own hands.
What am I doing with your knickers?
I'll do anything for this community.
Lights on!
Jaywick is a town at the end of the line, with only one way in and one way out. Although it's only 60 miles from London, its streets boast some of the cheapest property prices in the UK. Run down and neglected, this seaside community has become a last resort for those on low incomes.
Everybody's here for a reason. They've found that this is the most economical place to live, where they can make the best of the benefits or the income that they have. Somewhere that their money will go furthest.
Janie, crunch these up for me, please. Janie!
Excuse me, breakfast.
Crunch them up then.
Crunch it up.
Jaywick's cheap housing makes life bearable for 34-year-old Lisa, her partner Dave, and their 5 boys.
No!
Try and get them out of bed for about half hour in the morning because they're too lazy.
Sometimes I'll threaten with water to get him out of bed, you know.
Come on.
Lisa moved to Jaywick when she was 19, and Dave when he was 28.
Get all the Jaffa cakes. Look, 2 boxes of them.
Yeah, we'll do Jaffa cakes.
2.
Piggy! Jake's asleep, remember?
Yeah.
And then I think he's just woken up.
Their first son Lee was born in 2002, followed in quick succession by the rest of their boys.
Hey, sleepyhead. I enjoy being a mum because they're mine. No one else's.
Babe.
It's time in the morning, I'm not even properly awake yet.
Babe, I've gone to the outside for fat.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Neither Lisa or Dave learned to read. They're determined nothing will hold their children back in life. For them, family means everything.
It's the joy of life, innit? Being a dad. I love it. Try and bring them up the best way you can. Most of my family has been passed away. I've lost a brother, I've got 2 brothers left, and I've only got 3 sisters left. Bring tears to your eyes sometimes. It does. It does. Because you're losing your family. At least I lost her mum. And we're just basically getting on with it.
With a countrywide housing crisis, there's no shortage of takers for Jaywick's cheap homes. Many landlords don't demand a deposit, and £500 a month can get you a whole detached bungalow instead of a 1-bedroom flat in nearby Colchester.
All this area here used to be chalets, and people lived in them, which they shouldn't have been. You've still got some of the chalets up along here.
The resort's latest newcomers, 19-year-old Naomi and 21-year-old Stuart. Their tour guide today is Naomi's uncle Nick, who's been living in Jaywick for nearly a year.
They can be made livable. This was holiday chalets, and they've ripped them down and that, but they could do more to this place.
Most of the chalets, right up until the 1980s, didn't have any mains water or sewers. But it still didn't put people off coming.
To live here, it's actually quite nice. The people are nice. Yes, there is some toe rags, don't get me wrong, but
there is in every city.
There is in everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's always someone that's a toe rag. You be yourself around here and people will talk to you. This is a community. It's just a shame it's been left to rot.
It's not as bad as what people say it is.
It doesn't look as bad as people say it is.
It's not. It's not.
What do you do around here?
Best around quads, motorbikes. Try not to get in too much trouble. See you later.
When you come here, you're like, oh, okay. And then you meet all the people and you're like, well, that was a bit of a shock because the people don't reflect what the buildings are like.
Compared to what I've come from,
It's a palace.
yeah, this place is a palace.
Uncle Nick's beachfront bungalow is a sanctuary for the young homeless Southampton couple.
Babe, we need more milk.
After a run-in with her mum, Naomi had been living on the streets with Stuart for 3 months.
We were homeless
basically-
and sleeping in a bin shed.
Yeah.
And bike sheds.
We struggled a lot. The friends we had helped us to a point they couldn't. And then, obviously, we got left with no choice.
Living on the street has left its mark.
I slept on the actual high street of Southampton and car parks, and we've been our fair share of in the snow and in the cold, do you know what I mean? We managed, but that was the problem. We only just managed.
It got to the point where I couldn't stay there no more. I physically couldn't. I just couldn't hack it anymore. And then my uncle got hold of us and asked us where we were sleeping. And I told him, and the first thing he said was, right, get on a coach and come up here.
And I was like, well, I've never even met the guy and he's offering to put a roof over my head and that. And like, she's the love of my life, do you know what I mean? I love her more than anything. She's safe. I know she's safe.
Coming up,
It's something I've wanted to do for ages in Jaywick.
stopping the rot
I've never been sober since I was about 15.
and a shock attack.
There's a police car there. There's a police car there. That's obviously where he slashed her up. Crazy.
I honestly did not think that she was going to make it.
The estimated cost to society of alcohol harm is £21 billion a year, with 9 million adults drinking to levels that pose a risk to their health. In Jaywick, alcoholism is common, often starting when people are at a low ebb.
£3.79, thank you.
And one of the cheapest ways to get drunk is on 7.5% cider.
That stuff flies out. It's called Jaywick champagne. It's not actually called that, but everybody calls it that. It does the job.
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it.
Along the seafront in Brooklands, regular Jaywick champagne drinker and confirmed alcoholic is Disco Dave.
No, don't call me Disco for nothing.
I
I'm
can't,
still gonna party.
Life has been one long party for Disco for the last 45 years.
I've never been sober since I was about 15.
He don't care, mate.
Now completely alcohol dependent, Disco drinks continually from when he wakes up in the morning.
Nice and cold as usual, boss. Thank you.
Spending nearly £70 a week on booze and another £70 on cigs and baccy, Disco has been known to drink as many as 33 cans in a day.
It can spiral. Whoa, how big's that lamppost? How big's the Eiffel Tower? If you pump it full of disco happiness and he's on the flavour.
Alcohol dependency is medically recognised as an illness, and Disco has been signed off work. He's currently on employment support allowance, getting £180 every fortnight. But most of his money ends up going on drink.
It's a long habit. It's a dependence, physical one. He's got to a stage where he needs to drink to actually prevent him from feeling ill.
This is what my life has been like. Spiral, whoa, whoa. That's a spiral.
Wait.
Must be a bit of a night.
Originally from London's East End, Disco has burgled houses, committed armed robberies, and stripped copper pipes from derelict properties, all to fund his drinking.
Silly chop, silly chop. Look after your house while I'm gone, yeah? Don't let no burglars coming, apart from me.
Police knew me at the age of 8. I went to ball stalls. I was 16 the first time I got locked up, proper. Still a silly boy, really.
It's a criminal record that Disco is anything but proud of.
In and out of jail until 8 months ago, when I decided, I don't know. It's not all junk mail. Keeps the flies away.
Now approaching 60, separated from his wife, but with 2 grown-up daughters and a granddaughter, Disco has decided to give up the booze.
Fuck it. I just want to see what life's like on the other side of the clouds.
He's made up his mind to go into detox.
The day I come out, the day I go in, no. Actually, I'm not sure how many there was. The day I go in detox, that is it. I should have done this years ago, when I was 20, 30 maybe. Maybe 40 would be late. Fucking 60, God.
But because Disco's been drinking for so long and is so dependent, he can't just quit.
Got to hide me, dear, because you're not allowed to drink on the bus. They kick you off.
He's currently attending sessions with a drug and alcohol support charity in Colchester, trying to cut back on how much he drinks.
This is the first time I've done it for myself, as opposed to being told to do it by either my wife or probation or the courts. This is the only time I'll get on well with my daughters and my granddaughter, and I want to keep it that way, and I think it'd be better.
Seeing more of his 4.5-year-old granddaughter, Harley, has only made Disco more determined to quit.
I miss so much of her life. I never see her until she was 7 months old, because I was already doing a prison sentence. And that breaks me up. No, it's time to do it. I'm sick of it.
Give me it. You hold that bottle to bottle.
You got some bottle.
Helping him reduce his intake is his Brooklands neighbour, Boo.
It's only a little bit more. Look, all right. Have a go at me again.
Fuck off.
Boo was also an alcoholic. She started drinking heavily in 2004, but successfully gave up the booze 4 years ago.
You're doing it for yourself. You've got to change that cycle.
I'm not going to be Disco Dave anymore if I don't drink.
Bollocks.
I might lose my sense of humour. I'm scared of that.
If you weren't on the same level as me, do you think I would have banged about with you? Would I? I was a speed freak, right? Give up the speed, went on to alcohol, used to sit along that seafront with a bottle of vodka at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You didn't go into detox, did you?
No.
How did you...
How did I get off?
Yeah, just stop it like that. See, I've been told not
See,
to.
I just went, enough's enough.
Yeah, I know, you can say that in your head.
Yeah, but I
they've
did.
been told, I've been a heavy drinker for 45 years.
Since I said
Fucking
that
willpower, that is.
and I just went boom.
The nearer I'm getting to this detox, the more scared I'm getting,
No,
the less
never be
confident I'm
scared.
getting.
Never be scared, Div.
It's fucking, no.
Let's go. You work it out.
Otherwise I fail.
And
Then I've got to start all again, round that cycle again.
Yeah.
I've still got a puff though.
Oh, yeah.
I said one thing at a time.
Bang in the middle of Jaywick, Lisa, Dave and the 5 kids avoid wasting bus fare money by shopping locally.
Mummy, can I get free?
They get by on Lisa's income support and child benefit, spending £75 a week on food and bills.
I go round and look for the bargains. Buy one, get one free. That's how I do my shopping.
She's good at balancing life on benefits with bringing her kids up properly.
Sweet now.
Yay! One.
That's including you and all. 1 sweet.
Mum, why couldn't the elders get 2?
No, I said 1 to all of you, yeah? We had this conversation before we come out, didn't we?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
You never do anyway. That's what Shane's still freezing. You and that £1. That's the only £1 I've got. Go treat something.
£1? Lucky me.
If they want anything, they can have it. If I got the money, if I ain't, I'll say tough, you can't have mum because mummy ain't got no money.
Yes, hello. I found your job application online and I'm phoning up to apply for it.
Along the seafront in Brooklands, Naomi and Stuart are hoping to make their move to Jaywick permanent.
Because I'm very interested in care work. A good people person, someone that to make other people happy.
Naomi's keen to earn some money as a care assistant.
I want to be out there working. I don't want to be stuck indoors all day.
You never know. Your luck might change.
What'd they say?
I got an interview on Thursday at 1 o'clock at Colchester Business Park.
That's the start. That is the start.
And every other week is 10 hours. And then the weeks that it ain't 10 hours, it's 5 hours.
That's less than 16 hours, isn't it?
Yeah. So I can still work and still be on the dole, but I don't want to be on the dole.
Jaywick has a high number of unemployed young people, more than 3 times the national average.
Just be yourself, be honest. Show them that you're keen, you want to learn.
I love looking after old people. It's just something that I enjoy, helping them do their daily jobs, like go out shopping and just go for walks along the beach with them and stuff like that. The money doesn't bother me. As long as I've got enough money to live on, I'm fine. I'm actually quite proud of myself. I've been here, a week tomorrow, and I've already got an interview, which has made me quite good.
Brooklands, for all its Badlands reputation, has its fair share of good Samaritans. And the one thing Boo loves doing is cooking for people.
Look, Jake. Look underneath. How many do we cook for? Yeah, you can get some new dinner bowls, don't you, Jake?
Her dream is to open a soup kitchen in Jaywick, because the closest one is 2 miles away in Clacton.
I'll do anything for this community. Some of them around here ain't even got a cooker in their house. Or they can't afford the electric. It's something I've wanted to do for ages in Jaywick. You're going to be the guard dog at night. If I can make someone smile for half hour and make their day for 5 minutes, that's me. I've made someone else happy.
Another of Jaywick's champions is 76-year-old local councillor Dan Casey.
Where Jaywick is concerned, I stand up for Jaywick. That's all I can do. I can only stand up for these people, see what we can actually do to help.
Dan's commitment is partly shaped by his own tough start in life.
I was brought up in institutions because my mother died of TB just before the war, I had two sisters and who both went into different homes to me, so we were all separated, but that was the way the world was then. It never stopped me in life, because as far as I'm concerned, I just got on with life.
Dan's latest cause, making sure Jaywick's streets stay safe at night. To save money, Essex Council has been switching the lights off from midnight. Last November, in Jaywick village, there was a horrific attack outside Midge and Brian Whitcomb's house. Dan's concerned lack of light is risking lives.
It was 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I came out because the dog alerted us.
Yeah.
And by the time I came out, all the lights had gone out. Once them lights go out,
yeah,
you can't see this
right
right now.
now.
You can imagine how dark it is.
Midge spotted a shape in the blackness.
It was like a pile of rags, and I heard a moan, and when I looked, there was just a slight movement.
Yeah.
That's when I went over to see what it was, and obviously the lady was very badly injured. And I won't go into detail because it would be too upsetting.
Very brave of you to go out, to be perfectly honest.
A woman in her 40s had been attacked by her boyfriend with a meat cleaver.
I woke Brian up, phoned for the police and the ambulance.
Police and the paramedic were like this, with a torch, policeman with a torch.
Yeah.
The paramedics.
I honestly did not think that she was going to make it.
Brian switched on their house security lights to help the paramedics.
So the only light was from your house?
Yeah. Two sensor lights.
Were the police trying to get the lights on?
There was a police constable saying, I want these lights on now. And they still were not on.
And the lights never went on until just before they took her away in the ambulance. And we went indoors and that was 10 to 2.
It took almost 2 hours to get the lights back on?
Yeah.
The lights have got to come on, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For safety.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree with you, yeah. 100%, yeah.
Thanks in part to Midge and Brian's efforts, the woman survived. Her boyfriend was jailed for life.
It's all shut off there as well, as you can see. That is where the tent is, so that's obviously where he slashed her up. Crazy.
Local video blogger Danny Sloggett is also worried about the street lighting.
Take a look. There is no lights after 12 o'clock when they turn the lights out.
Danny posts his films on YouTube as his way of campaigning for change in Jaywick.
I want to show you how we are living in the dark. Shine on to all lights, because we shine bright forever. Every day, every night. We must shine, shine, shine on. That's great. 9,000 views in 28 days. It's taking off.
And someone else who is determined to improve Jaywick is Boo. In Brooklands, she's roped in a few neighbours to clear some derelict land to make an allotment.
I just want things to get up and running in this neighbourhood. Fucking hell, look. I found the sewers.
No, don't.
I have found the sewers.
It's Boo's way of keeping Disco distracted from alcohol.
Just top it up there for now.
He's taking his first drink later and later each day. But the real test will come if he manages to totally give up.
Boredom would be one of the triggers that would start me back on the drink. So keeping busy doing a bit of decorating or doing this is all something I'm going to be doing.
It's back-breaking work, but Disco's keeping at it.
I didn't actually realise I was getting old and I was 60. I still feel I'm 35, 40, still play football with the kids and that.
Where's Jack gone? I've lost him. I can't even hear him with that ball.
But it's never too late. It's one thing I've learnt. And, all right, I should have done it years ago. I was still being with my lovely wife. But I chose drink over that, and I chose my lifestyle over that. Always chopping and changing to make sure they were all right, my girls and my wife, but I was a wonky donkey. And it's been nice to be nice again.
Coming up, Dynamic Dan
It's your opportunity to say, this is what we want.
Dirty tricks.
Ah, disheartened again.
Happy!
He has to keep me going because otherwise I'll just crack up.
And detox.
Unit.
75 a day, 6, and you're an alcoholic. Fucking hell.
I really want him to stick to it.
Two years ago, the local council came up with a solution to all of Jaywick's problems. Ask the government for £54 million to buy it and bulldoze it. The idea didn't fly, so now they're trying a more positive tack. Today, the council is getting feedback from residents on its plan to build new houses.
What this is about is being a catalyst for investment.
And Dan goes on the offensive.
It's your opportunity to say, this is what we want.
Nice new houses, lovely. What are you going to do with the old sheds that they've moved out of?
If it was easy, somebody would solve it. It's not. And we don't have all the answers.
They sometimes say to me I'm a pessimist. I'm not a pessimist. When the first shovel goes in and I see properties being built, all the roads being done, I should say hallelujah, and I should be absolutely delighted for everybody here in Jaywick.
You can take how you come.
But Jaywick does have one thing that really is special.
They'll give me 5.
Renowned for its golden sand, it's one of the driest and sunniest places in the UK. For Lisa, Dave and their 5 kids, it offers a better quality of life.
If we lived in London, you get a small 2-bedroom flat or something. On a tight budget, Jaywick's better. Your council tax is cheaper. Got the beach too, for me it's cost a wage. That's why I love living in Jaywick.
Line up then. Whoever rings you can have a pound. Ready, steady, go!
In the summer, for 5 or 6 weeks, it's every day. If it's cold or hot, and the kids are running up and down like loony bins. They're happy, I'm happy.
The beach is also the perfect escape for Jaywick landlord Barry Schimel. It makes a change from chasing up rents or running repairs.
There we can see nearly all of Brooklands area. Actually, up in the air it looks completely different from where we're on the ground. There is talk that there are more people wanting to move down here because they've all been to Brooklands and they like the Brooklands area.
Back down at street level, at Boo's house, she's continuing to support Disco's efforts to give up the drink.
I think this is a good discussion thing tonight. Just whoever's going on that, who's going for the detox.
To prove to the detox team he's serious about quitting, Disco must attend 4 compulsory group meetings. Today is his first one.
Right, I'm off.
All right, honey, behave.
I'll see you about 2. This is the first of 4. You have to have 4 to show that you're gonna do it and that you mean it, I think. If you miss, especially this first one, that's it, they disqualify you.
8 AM and Disco still hasn't had a drink.
He was really nervous, but he's gone straight, so he's not going to be drunk yet. So he's just got to see if he's got the bottle to do it when he's sober. I bet he can stay off it for at least 3 months after he's come out of detox, he should be fine. But then it's if he decides to take that 1 drink and he goes, bonk, straight back on it. That's what we've got to do, is make sure he don't get that 1 drink. Oh, did Disco wake you up out of bed too early? All I can do is keep Disco busy of trying to get the allotments up and running. I'm proud of him. If he does it, his kids will be well pleased with him. I really want him to stick to it.
In Jaywick village, landlords Barry and Susie are refurbishing their trashed bungalow. The previous tenants, a family with 2 children, did a runner, leaving over £5,000 of damage. And their troubles haven't ended there. Under cover of darkness, bricks have been hurled through 10 of the 12 windows.
Disheartened again.
Happy!
He has to keep me going because otherwise I'll just crack up. I'm just frightened, once we pay out for all the brand new windows, they're going to start smashing them up. We've got a couple of ideas who might be doing it. We can't accuse them, we haven't got proof. The police are taking it more serious now because it's an ongoing thing.
And Barry's taking no chances.
Start putting the CCTV in. They say if they can get them on camera, house across the road said he might have something on there.
If anyone does do anything, we'll catch them.
A G goes there, a G goes there, and a G goes there.
The new tenants are due to move in within the next few days and have offered to help get the place sorted.
It's getting there. I'm excited apart from the windows. It's not Jaywick, it's everywhere you go now, isn't it? You get the wrong ones wherever you go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There's Sean.
3 p.m. and Disco is back from his first rehab session, but he's only got one thing on his mind.
That's having a fucking drink, you silly bastard.
Well, I'm going to do the after.
No, you said you was going a week.
I am, but I couldn't get past that first.
You will get past it. It's going down the drain.
I'll pull the plug on you in a minute.
Can you hear him, Jack? See what he done? Every time they open a bottle of cider, you've got to go and get the bottle. Yeah? So how did you get on today? I want to know.
Well, everyone was talking and acting like kids. There was only me and a couple of birds who was being a bit sensible. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm getting out of it.
Well, you can do it. It's like I said.
Ain't no if, innit?
No, you've got.
I can.
You've got to do it.
We've got homework. I even started it already. I've done today's one, my first drink today. 8:30 on the bus.
Yesterday, all you had were 4 cans. Yesterday, wasn't it?
No.
No, I bought you 4.
I did have a couple while I went to the Colchester yesterday.
All right,
Must have had
6
2 or 3.
cans.
Yeah.
Ain't bad.
Look at these. Oh, this is...
On.
We
fucking
had
asked
this
me
form-
to look at it.
We had this form to do. How many units? And mine, a week, come to 525.
Whose are these?
They're mine. I had to add them all up. There's so many. 75 a day. 6 and you're an alcoholic. Fucking hell.
Flipping hell, Disco.
It works it all out. Look, got all the charts there.
Disgrace to the human race, you are. What are you? A disgrace to the human
Not
race.
to the brewery trade, eh? 525 units a week. What happens if it's a bank holiday?
That ain't nothing to be proud of.
I know, but it's
That's
disgusting.
disgusting. It is. Bloody disgusting.
Well, I fucking better drink that then. While I've still got 3 weeks left.
Just a few streets away, Jaywick village is home to 40-year-old Danny Sloggett, who's had his issues with alcohol.
I did have my own problems as I grew up. I used to like to party, you know? So I used to take 50 of my friends from Jaywick all the way to Poorest. I used to set up my decks and my speakers, and I used to play records for 2 days and 2 nights. Then I used to drive back to Jaywick. And on one of these times I did this, I crashed my car. It was just in my system from the party. And I thought after 6 hours of resting, it had gone out my system. But I was wrong. I couldn't walk for 6 months, and I got banned for 5 years. I've learnt the hard way not to do anything silly, and I'd never put myself in that situation again.
Danny now channels his energies into building his own home. And although he now lives alone, he still sees a lot of his 2 daughters.
My dream is to just capture things as they are and be happy every day. Another road sign is named after a car, Morris Avenue. And we all know about Morris Miners. What a great name for a road. My friend lives down here. The things I film are getting knocked down daily, disappearing. So I like filming things that I don't think will be here in years to come. And this is going to be an allotment, I think.
And in nearly 30 years, he's seen a lot of change.
For the younger people, I think it hasn't got much better, because there's not many opportunities. There's not many work placements, there's not many infrastructure. So the people can't really do much, really.
In rundown Brooklands, fighting for England's most deprived town is tough. This morning, Councillor Dan is meeting Boo to discuss her soup kitchen idea.
This is how far I've got at the moment.
How many days a week?
I want to do it like 6.
Yeah, well, okay.
As you can see, I started my petition off already.
Let's have a look.
Everybody's signing it, and I'm going up and down all the avenues.
So you must have 50 or 60 people on this.
I've got exactly 50 people now.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think it's fantastic. We'll see what we can do for you.
Yeah.
Look after yourself.
No,
God bless.
Darling.
Back by the beach, Naomi and Stu are finding their feet.
Coming from Southampton to here, it was a big difference from a big city to
a little town.
a little town. It was a big difference, and it's made me feel better in myself.
I don't know why
just-
people think this area is so bad. It's not. Like, I can't see what's wrong with it. It's on the beach. You've got everything you want. People think what they think, but I can't say a bad word about it.
Right. No, stay there. Take the fork again and do it.
Boo, Disco and Naz are getting on with their allotment. Boo's still trying to keep Disco's mind off the alcohol.
I'm going to go and have a cup of coffee. You coming? Take the fork. Where's...
I need my drink there.
Although he's taking his first drink a little later each day, Boo isn't pulling any punches when it comes to the risks Disco's taking with his health.
Do you know why I really give up alcohol?
Because you see what it was doing to people and friends around you.
Yeah.
Because I did.
I just thought, sod that, mate. Let me watch all my mates kill themselves.
I don't look after myself, but every time I come out of jail, I thought, what the fuck? Look at the state of them. Once I'd done 12 months and I come out, there was 3 people dead. I'm scared about this shit, to be honest with you.
Don't be scared.
Scared I'm going to let myself down. Well,
No. Never think you're going to let yourself
It's just-
down.
No.
You're never letting yourself down. Honestly, you never, ever let yourself down. You have got to say to yourself, right, you need detoxing. You need that detox. You want to come off the alcohol.
I know it's going to rub off. My daughters are going to love it and my granddaughter. So that is a knock-on effect.
So you're going to keep busy, and with a bit of luck, everything could be okay, and then we'll be woohoo.
Skiddy boos.
That's it.
Coming up, saying no.
I'm worried because I'm fucking scared to fail.
Boo's first soup kitchen.
You want me to beat you up?
You ready to drink it up?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Guys, get down.
And the fight for safer streets.
People are being attacked after 12 o'clock at night.
Lights back on! Lights back on!
In rundown Brooklands, Boo is preparing for a dry run of her soup kitchen.
It's going to be feeding a couple of people who can't afford it at the moment, who ain't got a cooker or ain't got facilities, so I'm just going to do it for them and see how it goes.
Without funding or premises, she's even prepared to host it in her own home.
I really don't know who's coming. If they want to show up, they show up. If they want to bring a friend, bring a friend. Oh, look at this big pot now. I don't know why, look at... Oh.
All friends that help each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
A friend indeed is a friend in need. You can't help your friends out. I might do it once a week, but once a fortnight, I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. So if they're hungry, come to Boo's.
Do you like that one, Ben? Do you like that one?
That's very good.
After almost a year living in darkness, Dan and Jaywick's residents have decided to make a stand against the Essex streetlight switch-off.
We're actually going to London to protest on the lights. We're going to protest outside the Houses of Parliament, make a nuisance of ourselves. We stay together, we'll succeed.
Lights on! Now! Lights on! Now!
The switch-off saves the council £1.4 million a year.
Lights back on! Lights back on!
But at a cost to street safety. The protesters want the government to help reverse Essex County Council's decision.
Turn it down, turn it on! Where do you want it? Now!
People are being attacked after 12 o'clock at night. Ambulances, police, they come along. They can't find where to even go if somebody is sick. Now, do you tell me if that makes sense? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Let there be light! Let there be light!
You actually made me believe, and I do believe that,
You can do it.
In Clacton, Disco's meeting Sharon, his alcohol abuse caseworker.
I'm worried because I'm fucking scared to fail.
This is the change, and this is the biggest step forward, really. And make sure that all the help that's offered to you, you actually say, yes, please.
I think I've got more half a chance than I had before anyway.
This is different. You're not being told. You're here by choice.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got to adjust to your lifestyle afterwards, isn't it?
I've actually started drinking later in the day already.
Good. You know that there isn't a bar
I actually
there.
felt good not having a drink until 1:30 the other day.
Well, this is the part of what we've been working at, hasn't it? It's reducing and stabilising, so you're not so erratic when you do actually have your detox.
Right, thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
I always feel better when I've seen you, you know that? Thank you. Right.
Bye.
See you next week.
We can only do so much. At the end of the day, it's the actual person's choice they would choose, and it is just making sure that they have got a choice, and that's what we're providing.
If they were that hungry and that starved and you thought they'd be here, not make me fucking just burn everything.
6:30 p.m. in Brooklands. And so far, it's only Boo and Maz at the soup kitchen.
Told them 6:30. You come for dinner?
Yes, please.
All right then. Got one person anyway. Come on, come in. Come in.
But she needn't have worried about people turning up.
Do you want me to beat you up? You want to drink it up?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Go and sit there. Go and sit there.
I was watching it on telly. If you yawn, you can make your dog yawn, and if you sneeze, you can make the dog sneeze. So we try it with Jack. Back off. Hey!
Oh, I'm not too late then.
What do you want, mate?
Yeah.
Bruce? Yeah.
It's taken Boo 2 hours of preparation to get everything ready.
Don't spin it. No, I won't spin it. Really nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
She's got a heart of gold and she doesn't want to see anybody without anything to eat.
She revels in it. Not for the praise, she just enjoys helping people.
She needs to have that funding so that she's not paying out of her own pocket.
We'll have to see what happens, but it went okay and I'm proud of it. I'm glad they enjoyed themselves.
Just over a month later, Boo secured funding from the local council for her soup kitchen. Disco completed 4 pre-rehab meetings and is now working towards his hospital detox. And after Dan and the residents' protest, the council has relented a little, with the streetlights on for 1 hour longer at night. Next time.
Come here, you're my bitch.
It's not a palace, but you know what I mean? We all start somewhere.
Stop using that shit on your face.
What?
You think I fucking like this shit? You put cream on mine and I put cream on yours later.
If I become homeless again, I'll kill myself, and that's a fucking promise.
Yeah, if he turns up here, he's getting a fucking mouthful, I'll tell you now.
On the Essex coast, 2 miles from Clacton-on-Sea, is Jaywick. Built in the 1920s, this once thriving seaside resort gave East Londoners the chance to buy a plot of land and build their own holiday chalet. But 90 years on, Jaywick has changed beyond recognition. Around 5,000 people live here permanently, many in poverty. Its rundown houses are the closest thing this country has to a shantytown. And since 2011, according to official statistics, Jaywick has been identified as the most deprived place in England, with over 40% of residents living on benefits.
You need work. These people have got no work to do.
It's totally forgotten. The only time we're mentioned is when they want to tell everybody that we're the most destitute place in the world. Don't come here.
It's a place where chaotic lives can wash up. Lives that can't find anywhere else to fit in.
100 years ago, they sent them to Australia. Now they're sending them to Jaywick.
For those looking for a community that will accept them, Jaywick has become a much-needed sanctuary.
Jaywick is going to definitely be a new beginning for me.
Jaywick is a village, and we do stick together. Cheers.
We are the happy people. We are the Jaywick people.
In today's programme, teenager Naomi faces her worst nightmare.
I just can't become homeless again.
Disco Dave has to stop drinking, or his much-needed operation will be cancelled.
I've waited 20 years for them to do this. I need this problem sorted.
And tempers fray as single dad Carl and his girls face eviction once more.
Stop using that shit on your face.
What?
On the Jaywick seafront is the Brooklands estate, known locally as the Badlands. 80% of houses here are rented out by private landlords, often to tenants on low incomes. But many don't hang around for long.
Unfortunately, there's some of the houses that have just been left. Tenants just leave them, wrecked.
49-year-old former construction worker Tony moved to Jaywick from Southend 6 years ago. He's the Good Samaritan of Brooklands, much loved for helping newcomers find a home.
Someone asked me, can I get something to live? I know the estate agent quite well, and yeah, so basically that's how it works. And here's the kitchen. Just needs to clean. Just needs to clean up. And then the bathroom. It's just a one-bedroom little place, ideal for a single person. It's not a palace, but you know what I mean. We all start somewhere. You know what I mean? Lick the paint. You come back next week, all right, and you'll see a difference.
A year after moving to Jaywick, Tony had a serious motorbike accident that left him badly injured. He gave up work and was forced to fight for his benefits.
They stopped my money and said I was fit for work, and yet I couldn't walk properly, and my hand was seized, and I had nothing.
Tony hit rock bottom and began suffering from severe depression.
You're that low, you shut yourself away. And I did lock myself away. I mean, you couldn't get through to me. I mean, all the front doors locked off, all the sides, and I wouldn't come out. And only a couple of people knew how to get in, come round, and wouldn't take no for an answer.
The Brooklands community helped pull Tony back from the brink. Now they call him Tony Scrap. Every inch of his garden is rammed with junk he recycles to give to those in need.
If you want your washing machine plumbed in, he has the pipes for it. You know, anything. If you want a satellite dish, he's got the satellite dish.
All sorts of bits and pieces. I've got hardcore bits of motorbikes to think the motorbikes, bits of tools and junk, timber.
You come here, give us a kiss, you dog. Yeah, come here. Oh, little Tony, he does everything for anybody. That's why he's got all his stuff in the garden, that he will give someone something if they want it. Yeah, come here. Come here, you're my bitch. Hey! You're my bitch, darling. I'm going to chase off, yeah.
But Tony is about to face his biggest challenge yet, helping transform this derelict shell into a livable home for Brooklands' latest arrival. Last year, over 185,000 people were made homeless in the UK, including 19-year-old Naomi and her 21-year-old boyfriend Stuart. They were living rough in Southampton until Naomi's uncle Nick offered them a bedroom in his bungalow on the Brooklands seafront. But Nick's just had some bad news.
I'm having trouble trying to find the money to pay my landlords, and we have to move out by the end of next month. Now, I'm trying to see what I can do about it, but you will be coming with me no matter what. I'm not going to just leave you in the shit, even if I get a one-bedroom place. I'll sleep on the sofa. You know I will.
If it was £100, it wouldn't be a problem because I could borrow it, but it's £600 and I haven't got £600 and no one would lend me £600.
If Naomi and Stuart are to avoid being homeless again, they need to find the rent money fast.
It's worrying, the fact that we could become homeless again, but I have faith in my uncle. My uncle won't just let me be on the streets.
Coming up, a Brooklands garden is turned into a rubbish tip. Time for Tony to come to the rescue.
People think Jaywick's a dump, and they treat it as a dump, and they come here.
Makes me sick, to be honest.
And Naomi gets a break that might save the day.
Really nervous? I had an interview in ages.
Jaywick has a high number of unemployed young people, more than 3 times the national average. Finding work here isn't easy. But recent arrival Naomi has managed to line up a job interview in nearby Colchester. If she can land a care worker's job, her wages might help clear her Uncle Nick's rent arrears and stave off eviction.
Really nervous? I had an interview in ages.
All you've got to do, yeah, is basically sell yourself, smile, and make it the most important thing in the whole entire world is this job. You'll be fine, trust me.
It'll mean the world to me. Like, how I've come from being homeless, come up here to start a new fresh start and get a job. It'll make me happy, and then I can, in a way, prove to everyone that thought I was going to do wrong and fail, I can prove them wrong.
Are we leaving, or what?
Yeah.
We better get going anyway.
It's an hour's bus ride to Colchester, and the fares will cost £12. But the prospect of a job has given the young couple hope. Just round the corner from Nick's house lives 60-year-old Dave, also known as Disco.
I might be the oldest one in here, but they don't call me Disco for nothing. I'm still at a party.
Disco Dave washed up in Jaywick from London a year ago. He's been alcohol dependent for 20 years and drinks over 30 cans of lager a day. But he's running out of time. His doctor has warned him if he doesn't stop drinking soon, he could die.
It's hard when you're alcohol dependent. It's all. If I ain't got the money to buy it, I could be in trouble. I've been to hospital twice over not having the money and having a fit, alcoholic fit. I could die.
Disco is desperate to dry out. He recently completed 4 detox meetings and is now on a waiting list for a hospital rehab that could help him beat his demons once and for all.
I should have done this years ago, when I was 20, 30 maybe. Maybe 40 would be late. Fucking 60, God.
But while he waits for his hospital rehab, Disco has another worry on his mind. As a child growing up in 60s East London, his parents couldn't afford to buy him new shoes. When his feet grew, they became badly deformed.
I've had a lot of pain over at least the last 30 odd years. All my balance is on there, and what's happening, I get all this hard skin everywhere else because I'm having to adjust because I've got to keep it off there.
Disco's due to have the top half of his most twisted toe amputated.
I've been looking at my feet and I'll have one toe missing. That's going to be weird.
His close friend Boo is getting him ready for an ECG that will show whether his heart is strong enough for surgery. But first, Disco's chest needs a trim.
You put cream on mine and I'll put cream on yours later, yeah?
Dirty little tramp. You come near me, I'm going to smash you up later. That'll be your fucking payback, mate.
I'm going to hide.
10 minutes later, and he's silky smooth.
Show me. Show me.
Show me the way to
See,
go.
that's better.
But even if Disco's heart is strong enough, the operation may not go ahead. His surgeon has warned him, if he turns up hungover, it will be cancelled on the spot. 15 miles away in Colchester, Naomi's just finished her job interview for a care worker's position.
I got the job.
Oh, well done. So, what have you got to do?
I've got to wait for a phone call.
Yeah.
And I start training. I've got to come here from Monday to Friday, 9:30 till 3:30, 5 days. It's only 5 days. And I've got to do training.
Is it paid or unpaid training?
The first week is unpaid. And then after that, I start doing shadow training, where I go out with people, with someone, and I get paid for that.
Well done.
Thank you. Now can you take me for lunch? I'm really happy. I'm proud of myself. For them to turn around and say straight away, well, I'm happy for you to go through, and they tick the proceed box in that, it's made me feel good in myself.
Back on the Brooklands estate, another new arrival is looking to make a fresh start. Former fairground worker Roger has been homeless in Chelmsford for the last 7 years.
I'm known as Dodge by most people. As in the Artful Dodger out of Oliver Twist. That's what I'm known as, so yeah, the name carries.
Roger's been sleeping on a friend's sofa, but now the house next door has become available. The landlords warned him it isn't in a fit state, but Roger's desperate to put a roof over his head.
This will be the main bedroom, and then the next one here will be like a guest room or something.
Despite its condition, the 2-bed chalet is being rented out at £600 a month, paid for by Housing Benefit.
Jaywick is going to definitely be a new beginning for me, and also a new home. I know it don't look like it at the moment, but needs as must.
Roger may have a new home, but he's got no electricity, and with temperatures close to freezing, he needs power fast. Not everyone in Jaywick is a newcomer. 33-year-old single dad Carl has lived here all his life. His 2 children, 15-year-old Leah and 12-year-old Emily, were born here. They recently lost their home in Jaywick village after Carl fell behind on the rent payments. But hard times have brought them closer together.
I just love him. Just that he's been on his own for nearly 2 years, and he's never ever let me and Emily down, sort of thing. He's always been there, and yeah, just But he's always been there, really. When my mum and my dad split up, like, I stayed with Dad, and we like stayed in the caravan together for like nearly a year. Like some of my granddads, and yeah, I'm closest to Dad than anyone else.
Luckily, their eviction was short-lived. Carl found a house to rent near Brooklands seafront, owned by his cousin.
It's a nice little place. It's really comfortable as well. It's a lovely place. I've got my bedroom, and Emmy's bedroom, and the girls' bedrooms, but Emmy's asleep. Oh, bless her little cotton socks. She's not very well. I don't know. She woke up this morning all groggy and that.
To keep the family afloat, Carl used to work the night shift in a chicken factory.
I was getting good money, you know. I was getting £300 plus a week, you know. You know, it's not good. It's all right for what the work we was doing, but the hours, I was only doing 37.5 hours. So it was good money, you know. But it kills you. Night shift kills you.
Carl now gets by on employment and support allowance and housing benefit.
I know you fucking about in there, girls.
I'm not brushing my teeth.
Yeah? What's Emmy doing? Having a baby?
But as a young single dad, Carl is learning how to deal with teenagers fast.
What's that bronzer shit you put on your face? Girls? No, what is it, fake tan or something? Well, why? Just be normal? What's the point of being orange and then normal? And then normal on your hands? Just stop using that shit on your face.
I've got nothing on my face.
You fucking have. Don't lie to me. Go like that. Look that way. No, look this way. Yeah, look.
What?
Red and then white.
But Carl has bigger concerns than makeup. Having lost his last home, he might be about to lose this one too.
It nearly sold a little while ago, but it fell through at the last minute.
And now Carl's cousin has told him another potential buyer is coming to view the house tomorrow. The young family faces the threat of homelessness once more. One street away from Carl's house, Disco is back on the booze. The ECG gave his heart the all clear, but with his operation just 24 hours away, he must stop drinking soon.
The amount of times I have to do this during the day, it's unreal. It's horrible. I'll tell you that now. You think I fucking like this shit? I don't.
Disco's long-term aim is to give up booze for good, but he's struggling to stay dry for just a few hours.
The drinking is harder to stop than any other drug or anything. If I was on heroin or crack, I could go, boom, fuck you, I've had enough. Get a bit of help. You can't do that with alcohol.
Disco's blood alcohol level will be checked the moment he reaches the hospital in the morning.
At the end of the day, it's up to the anaesthetist who's going to put me out. If he ain't happy with how I am, bang, he ain't going to do it, because I could die. And I've waited 20 years for him to do this. I need this problem sorted.
Disco's street, like the rest of the Brooklands estate, is built on private land. The local council has no legal responsibility to maintain the roads, and they've become a magnet for fly tippers. Days before he moved into his new house, Roger's garden was turned into a rubbish dump. But luckily for him, local Good Samaritan Tony Scrap has offered to help clear it.
Unfortunately, people see rubbish and it accumulates. People just chuck rubbish, unfortunately.
Well, they think the property is empty, they just dump all the
Yeah,
rubbish.
they just dump rubbish, yeah, so basically... And it's not just people in Jaywick, it's people all over. Yeah. We've seen people come from out of Jaywick.
Yeah.
Roger's next-door neighbour, Chris, isn't happy either.
Makes me sick, to be honest. You're trying to have a nice house, well, nice bungalow and things, and it just gets treated like this.
People, unfortunately, think Jaywick's a dump, and they treat it as a dump, and they come here.
Rubbish attracts rats, a major problem on the estate. It needs clearing quickly, or Roger could be sharing his new home with vermin. And that's not his only problem. He still has no electricity, and temperatures are plummeting.
What do you get a brush?
Tony has an idea that could provide an emergency solution.
Poke it up through here, as it seems to need, all right?
He's going to run an extension lead from the next door neighbour's house.
Now I've got a little bank to bring it in here, and I've got a couple of table lamps.
Tony gets down to work.
Where the hole is here, what I'll do is put it through the hole. You got it? Well, put it through. Yeah? Put it up on a cabinet somewhere, all right?
I'll put it on the kitchen top.
It may be run down, but compared to the streets, it's a step up for Roger.
Roof over my head, that's the most important thing. To have a roof over my head is absolutely brilliant, you know. As I said before, the help that I've been given is absolutely wonderful.
Tony's plan is a success. Roger's got power. Now he can heat his new home.
Oh, very happy, very happy.
Across the UK, evictions are at a 6-year high. 42,000 families lost their homes last year. And single dad Carl knows just how painful it can be. But it's not just being evicted with his young girls that's taken its toll. Carl recently lost his mother to a rare blood disease.
Went downhill a bit, you know, a little bit, because when Mum died, wife left me.
Life for the 33-year-old has been a real struggle.
It's been quite hard looking after the girls, like, in and out of fucking houses and whatever else, not known. Especially with me, because I was upside down, you know what I mean? It's all right saying, yeah, I can look after the kids, but when you can't look after yourself, you know what I mean? I was looking after the girls more, you know, I was just fucking putting everything into them.
Carl longs for the day he and the girls have a permanent roof over their heads.
Yeah, that's why the doctor says I'm depressed. Try to give me some of these manky pills, man. It's a joke, I'm not taking them. You know? I fucking sort it out myself. I sort it out all myself, you know?
Carl's been keeping himself sane, building a beach buggy.
He treats it like a kid. He's like, my buggy this, my buggy that. That's all he talks about. It's a nightmare. Yeah, so that's his third kid.
But the buggy can only take Carl's mind off his problems for so long. If an offer comes in on the house, he and his girls will be out on the street again. Coming up, Naomi's life gets even more complicated.
I don't have any contraception. I don't use contraception. So it could be that, or it could be I'm just ill.
And Disco's big day finally arrives.
Oh, God, trust me to fucking be late to
6 a.m. on Jaywick's Brooklands estate. It's a big day for Disco, but he's slept in.
Oh, God, trust me to fucking be late to I'm waiting fucking 20 years and I still don't. He said I can have a fag, I can't even have no fucking water or nothing.
Alcoholic Disco was under strict instructions not to get drunk last night. If he's hungover today, the surgery will be cancelled.
From 10:30 last night, I run out of beer before fucking 12. I was going to drink up until the latest I could. Fucking run out of 10:30.
The operating theatre is in Colchester, 15 miles away, and over an hour by bus.
See you later, Mark. It shouldn't be that long. How long does it take to cut a soul? Ain't your fault, is it? Right, good night for me, and it's good night for me too. See you later.
When he reaches the hospital, Disco will find out if his blood alcohol levels are low enough for the surgery to go ahead. Just round the corner on the seafront, Naomi is also up early. The stress of her homeless months living on the streets in Southampton has caused her hair to fall out, so she always wears a wig. And now, there's something else troubling her.
I keep throwing up, so it's kind of, yeah, I need to go and get checked out to see if, because Stuart reckons, because I don't have any contraception, I don't use contraception, so it could be that, or it could be I'm just ill. I don't want to find out. But I do want one. He wants one as well.
If Naomi is pregnant, it will be Stuart's third child. He already has 2 children with different mothers.
We need to think first. If we can't support cats, we can't support a baby.
Yeah, I can. Cats are different.
It still all costs money that we ain't got.
Because with a baby, to start off with, you can either bottle feed it or breastfeed it.
Doesn't mean it's still not going to cost money, because your baby's not going to shit
I
in the
know.
middle air, is it? It's going to cost nappies.
I know.
A cot. A pram.
Alright.
You're not thinking about it.
Yeah, and if I am, I ain't getting nothing has done.
I've already said 4 things,
Yeah,
and you're
well,
like, all right.
Oh, just shut up. Can't be out of this.
Suddenly, Naomi's nausea hits, but her Uncle Nick is in the bathroom.
Go outside. Out front.
In 9 months, Naomi's Uncle Nick may have an unexpected new arrival to contend with. Nick also moved up from Southampton a year ago. Like other ex-offenders coming to Jaywick, he wanted a fresh start after many years getting on the wrong side of the law.
Theft of a motor vehicle, shoplifting, petty theft, Section 5 of the Public Order Act, Section 4 of the Public Order Act, fraud, fraud and deception even, trying to cause a riot in a public place. I think that's... and 1 burglary. So, to be honest, it's mainly petty theft and that lot. It's minor stuff, it's all been minor.
While Naomi and Stuart go and buy a pregnancy test, Nick is having a tattoo extended. Phil the tattooist knows all about ex-offenders being relocated to his neck of the woods.
I had a bloke in here who I was tattooing about a month ago, and he told me that he was in court in, I think it was West London, he said, and they basically gave him an option, right, to move out of London or go to jail. And when he turned around and said, where am I supposed to go, they apparently they said, we can house you in Jaywick, Yarmouth, or one of the other seaside towns. So he opted to move up here. So all they're doing is passing them back from London, sending them up here and shipping them off to Jaywick. It's like 100 years ago they sent them to Australia. Now they're sending them to Jaywick by the sounds of it.
Naomi's bought the pregnancy kit, but she'll have to wait until tomorrow to get an accurate result.
Your urine's the strongest in the morning, so it's better to do it in the morning than it is any other time during the day.
She's pregnant, isn't she? We'll have to deal with it as it comes. In a way, I don't want it to be, because life's good at the moment, and I don't know, I'm not saying a baby can fuck it up, but a baby can put an amount of pressure on a relationship. She's been feeling like this for a while. It's a guessing game, really, until tomorrow.
Over in Colchester, it's good news for Disco. He stopped drinking last night just in time for his blood alcohol to reach a safe level. Now he wants the surgery over and done with. His cravings for booze are kicking in.
Hurry up. Thought they was going to hurry up and do this. I ain't going to go all day without nothing to drink.
How you doing?
Bit nervous,
Are you?
but yeah.
Not surprised. Come take a seat. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just have a quick chat to you about the operation.
Foot surgeon Cameron Wareham will remove the top half of Disco's twisted toe.
Okay, so the difficulty with this, David, is we know that the position of this is rotated, so what it's doing effectively is sitting underneath the other toe, and that's why probably the best thing for you is if we just take the end of this toe away, and what that allows us to do is to create a toe which looks like so, and it's not going to sit underneath the other the toes anymore.
All that's required is some marking up.
So that's the one we're going to do.
Some form filling.
Can remember the year.
Yeah, that's it.
It's about all.
Magic.
And Disco's toe will be good to go.
See you later.
Okay.
Thanks anyway for everything.
If you need anything, give me a bell, all right?
Right, yeah, speak then. All right.
Back on Brooklands seafront, Naomi is on tenterhooks.
About 5 minutes. You up?
Your friend doctor said you're pregnant.
I'll go to the doctors anyway if I ain't.
Yeah, you have. To be honest, because it ain't right.
No, I'm not.
Not pregnant.
No.
So what are you worried about?
Coming homeless.
Becoming homeless.
They haven't been able to raise the money for the rent arrears.
Yeah.
And they're running out of time.
It's a bit better that I ain't pregnant, because it's just an extra thing. It would have just been an extra
Stress on top of it.
stress on top of everything else. And if it is stress that's making me ill every day, then I need to think of how to get £600 up so that we can pay this rent.
She gets too stressed too easy. And then when she does get stressed, she doesn't tell anybody about it, she just holds it in. So then she just builds it up by herself, makes it worse.
Are you relieved that you're not pregnant?
Yeah, I am. It ain't another stress to add to everything else. We just need to sort this out, so then we'll be alright.
Yeah.
I just can't become homeless again.
Nick's landlord has given them a deadline of tomorrow. Pay up or ship out. In Colchester, Disco has gone from a man with 10 toes to one with 9.5.
The operation went well. It was a good result. What I was able to do was take the end of the toe off with a nail, and I've got a flap of tissue now, which is good clean tissue, and we've moved it back to the top, so that should be a good result, and I think you'll be really happy with that.
Well, thank you.
And you and I have an agreement that you're to look after this wound. Yeah? Okay, so make sure you do. It's really important that you look after things now, okay? So I've done my bit. I need you to do your bit. All right, you take care of yourself. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye now.
When I woke up, they said they'd already done it. Funny feet. Happy feet. Hope they're going to be happy. Blimey. Feel so tired again. I'm very happy I've had it done.
Back on the estate, it's now a week since Roger moved into his new place. With Tony's help, he's cleared most of the rubbish dump, and inside he's given the house a full makeover.
I've cleaned all the floors. Yet to get the windows done. I've got some sofas. I've got a bed as well. I actually got a bed to sleep on now. But I've put sofa cushions on for the time being. Sofa cushions on for the time being, but there's actually no proper mattress. Cleared up all the kitchen, all the stuff that was on the floor where it was last time. Actually, got covered with some food in there as well. So that makes a lot of difference.
Roger's got rid of Tony's makeshift power cable and is now fully plugged in.
Got a key that I put in. Most people know what they are, they're like that. It's a godsend just to have a roof over my head. I'll count myself very lucky to have got myself a home.
Roger's had alcohol problems for 21 years, and it's had a major impact on his health. His last job as a forklift driver was 7 years ago. Now he's signed off on disability benefit. It's unlikely he will ever work again.
I've got cirrhosis of the liver, I've got a failing kidney. I was at one point on 2 to 3 litres of vodka every day, which a litre sometimes will put most people on the floor, so they wouldn't be able to get up. But I was functioning with 2 to 3 litres of vodka a day as well, and going to work. I try to say to as many people as possible, yeah, have a drink. I don't deny anyone having a drink, but don't get caught into it where you end up having health problems through it, because it's just not worth it.
Roger has tried to wean himself off alcohol many times, but has never succeeded. His close neighbour Disco managed to cut down his drinking just in time and just enough for surgery. But giving up altogether is a whole new ballgame. To have any chance, he will need the support of friends like Boo.
Hello, mate. Hoppy. You all right, Hop?
Yeah.
How'd you get on?
A bit light on the loafers, I think. I will be. A bit dopey, but then again, you'd probably say I'm always dopey. He goes to me, when he brought the boot up, he said, what size shoe are you? I said, well, that one was a 9, but it won't be later, will it? It'll be 8.5.
Once his toe is healed, Disco will be back in hospital for a week-long intensive alcohol rehab programme. It could make him a changed man.
My name, Disco, is going to be like talcum powder. It's being dusted away. Once I come out of detox, if you call me Disco, I will carry on walking. I won't even answer to it no more. I'm not going to be the drinker I was. I'm not going to be the party poos I was. Things are going to change. I'll have to end up finding something that makes me happy instead of drink.
Just 3 weeks since coming to Jaywick for sanctuary, after being homeless in Southampton, Naomi and Stuart are in trouble again. It's D-Day for the outstanding rent on Nick's house, and they haven't got it. Now Naomi's received a text from the landlord.
It says, hello Naomi, Nick has not cleared his rent arrears. He needs to go. Exit, leave now. Best you all sling your hook and go while you can. If the bungalow is not empty by next Friday, everyone will be forcibly evicted by police and bailiffs.
She's really upset, there's nothing I can do. I feel helpless again. I feel sick.
Coming up, Roger throws a party to thank his neighbours. But will there be aggro at the housewarming?
There shouldn't be any sparks going off. If there are, I'll just throw a glass of water over them.
And Naomi reaches breaking point.
If I become homeless again, I'll kill myself, and that's a fucking promise.
Just 3 weeks after moving into Jaywick, Naomi and Stuart are on their way out. Naomi's Uncle Nick has failed to pay his rent arrears, and the landlord's had enough. Nick's told them he's lined up another place to move to, in a nearby village, but they're due to move out today, and he's completely disappeared.
It's stressful, but if he had have got the van and come and picked up all the stuff earlier or done it by now, then I'd be fine. I wouldn't be stressed.
10 hours later, there's still no sign of Nick or the removal van.
Just said to my granddad, "Oh, Grandad, it's Naomi, just to let you know me and Nick are arguing because he said we were moving and I've been sat at home with everything packed for 2 days. And I'm pissed off. He just keeps coming up with excuses and it's fucking with my depression. Now he's saying if I don't watch what I'm saying, he's just going to come get his stuff and fuck off to yours, which means leaving me stranded and on my own in an area I don't know. I'll be homeless, sorry to message you, but he's threatening me with you. Kiss, 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 love you."
Naomi fires off a text to Uncle Nick.
I ain't being homeless again because of you. If I become homeless again, I'll kill myself, and that's a fucking promise. I give a fuck. I'm not being homeless again.
The next morning, Roger's decided to throw a housewarming party to thank the neighbours who've helped him settle in.
We're gonna have a few people here tonight. Celebrate my home. It'll be a great day for it, and having the nice weather will help. We've got a mixture of people and ages, different characters, so there shouldn't be any sparks going off. And if there are, I'll just throw a glass of water over them.
Parties in Brooklands can get a bit wild, and Roger has no idea what to expect. But he does know his guests will expect booze, and lots of it. 3 hours to go until his guests arrive, and he's making a big effort.
Change your clothing, nice shirt, trousers, shoes. Look completely different tonight to normal. I want to let the neighbours and the people that live in the street see me clean, tidy and presentable more than normal.
Naomi's Uncle Nick has finally turned up with a set of wheels, 2 days after they were supposed to move out.
I broke into the truck this morning because the keys wouldn't open the door up.
All right, I'm trying to pull it.
Lift it up.
They need to move fast. The landlord might get here before they've moved all their stuff out.
If he turns up here, he will be getting a mouthful. I'll tell you now.
Don't be stupid.
Just texting my landlord to let him know I've put the keys in the letterbox. Upset that I have to leave it, but it's, to be honest, it's for the best at the end of the day.
Nick's managed to find someone in the nearby town of St Osyth who will rent them a flat without a deposit. Single dad Carl's also had good news. The buyer cried off from making an offer on the house he shares with his girls. So he's celebrating.
Yeah, it's first time on the beach, so let's see what goes. The house is going to be sold, it's going to be sold. Hopefully we'll get the summer in. If not, we'll fucking find another house anyway and still be down here in the summer, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It don't matter. I don't know. I don't really think about houses being a house, just being, like, staying there, like, you know what I mean? Just somewhere you fucking sleep, innit?
Naomi and Stuart have been through a lot together in recent months. Homeless in Southampton, evicted from Jaywick, and now another fresh start here in St Osyth.
I mean, they're young at the end of the day. What can I do? They've still learned. They've got to learn, and it's going to be hard for them to learn. It will be hard for them, and they will find things that they will find it difficult. They just got to prove everybody wrong that they can do it. They can actually have a life together.
To actually be here, I'm actually quite happy now. Now that we've actually started moving everything in and that, I'm actually...
Babe, grab this.
No, happy.
I ain't got to worry now, like, do you know what I mean? Naomi starts on the job next week. I ain't got to worry about if she's going to have a roof over her head when she's working, because we have got that now, do you know what I mean?
Are you happy?
Yeah.
It's time for Roger's housewarming party to begin. He's waiting for his guests. John and Amanda from 2 doors down are first to arrive.
Hello. You all right? Come on in. Help yourselves.
Hello, you all right?
Yeah? Take a seat wherever you want, mate.
Next arrival, Ed from across the road.
All right, Ed. Not too bad, thanks. Take a seat, mate. Have a seat.
The street is out in force and the party's up and running. But the neighbour who's done most to help Roger make his house livable is yet to arrive. Then making a grand entrance in his party hat, Tony Scrap finally turns up.
I'm the barman.
He's bossy.
I'm the barman.
Oh, is that why you're wearing a shirt?
Yeah, that's it, I'm the barman.
Jaywick might be classified as England's most deprived town, but there's one thing it's not short of, and that's community spirit.
Thank you, everybody, for all your help and all your support, and that's everybody here. That's everybody.
Roger might be new to the neighbourhood, but his housewarming has been a big success. Jaywick is now his home.
Everyone needs support and help. Yes, he's recovering from his illness and he's sorting himself out and he's getting better. So, tiddle-doo.
Next time.
Look at it, look.
Oh, no. You know I don't like seagulls.
Don't really know what to say to that.
Does everything look okay?
No, he's not dead.
Sorry.
Happy birthday.
Can't you see the dreams coming true?
On the Essex coast, 2 miles from Clacton, is Jaywick. It was built in the 1920s to give Londoners the chance to buy a plot of land and build their own holiday chalet. In the following decades, it thrived as a seaside resort. But now, all that has changed. 5,000 people live here permanently, many in poverty.
You need work. These people have got no work to do.
It's the closest thing this country has to a shanty town. And since 2011, according to official statistics, Jaywick has been identified as the most deprived place in England. 40% of residents live on benefits.
It's totally forgotten. The only time we're mentioned is when they want to tell everybody that we're the most destitute place in the world.
For some, Jaywick is the end of the road. But for others, coming here is a chance to make a fresh start.
I got the job.
Oh, well done.
Come here, give us a kiss, doll. Yeah.
People who don't know Jaywick must think that we are the lowest of the lot, and we're not. We're definitely not.
In this close-knit community, people at rock bottom get the help they need to turn their lives around.
Thank you, everybody, for all your help and all your support.
Who do you like?
Margaret Thatcher.
Cheers.
We are the happy people. We are the Jaywick people.
We love you, Jaywick. We do.
In this programme, heroin addict Sarah finds out if her drug use has harmed her baby.
Does everything look okay?
Good evening, everybody.
It's Jaywick's first ever talent contest, but stage fright strikes 20-year-old Heather.
Sorry.
And Lou, the body piercer, has her most unusual request yet.
All done.
Good sex, here we come.
When the government compared poverty levels across all England's local authority areas, Jaywick came bottom of the pile. And the most run-down part of Jaywick is the notorious Brooklands estate. Its newest residents are 34-year-old Sarah and her partner JP, who have just moved into a 2-bed chalet.
This is our bedroom here. Obviously, we need some curtains still. But we've not been here long. I'll tell you what, if we could have one of those 60-minute makeover programmes, it'd be brilliant.
The weekly rent is £103, paid with housing benefit. The rooms are tiny, but after being homeless in Clacton, it feels like luxury.
Now, at least we've got a home. But obviously, we're homeless in winter, so it's been very cold, very hard. Yeah, at least we've got somewhere to live.
Sarah is a heroin addict. Her addiction started 15 years ago when she studied flute at the Royal College of Music, one of the world's leading music schools.
I just moved to London, finished sixth form. I just wanted to go out and party. I ended up going off the rails, which is a big shame. Along the way, my performance flutes got sold, along with everything else I owned. I think I should have had a gap year. If I'd had a gap year, maybe it would have worked. I had everything going for me. Yeah, it was a big shame, big regret.
Because of her drug problems, Sarah's 2 daughters with JP live with her parents in Harlow.
We'd see them about once every fortnight. On benefits, it's not easy. You know, we don't have a lot of spare cash.
We moved in with nothing and not even light bulbs. They're saying, you know what I mean? But look at us now. We've got all our furniture. It's all coming together as a home. Isn't it, Wef?
Yes.
JP also struggles with addictions to alcohol and drugs. He and Sarah need to get clean so social services might allow their daughters home. And Sarah has just found out she's pregnant again.
I'm currently 7 weeks clean of heroin. As soon as I discovered that I was pregnant, I stopped immediately.
You're doing well when I'm very proud of you.
Sarah is on a prescribed substitute drug, methadone, to help wean her off heroin. But the withdrawal symptoms are kicking in.
The last couple of weeks are hard. We're coming down because there's always that fear that you might relapse. It's kind of a crutch, really.
As well as his addictions, JP has epilepsy. His illness forced him to give up his job as a lorry driver.
I used to put in all the overtime that was there, and I used to do extra hours on top because I was a constant hard worker all day, every day.
Just round the corner, JP and Sarah's neighbour Gary also suffers from epilepsy. He moved here to make a fresh start 2 years ago after losing his job as a salesman.
Are we going up the beach, boys?
But within weeks of arriving, Gary's epileptic fits got worse. He became totally reliant on his neighbour, Dougie.
I look after him during the day and keep an eye out at night time.
He's just my brother. I love him to bits.
But 6 weeks ago, Dougie, an alcoholic, went to London to detox at his mum's.
Love you.
And Gary has been left to fend for himself.
I feel safer when I walk with Doug because he knows what to do. If I do collapse and fit, he knows how to obviously lay me in the right position. With Dougie being away, it's horrible. But hopefully he comes back. It's tick-tock, tick-tock. Well, you say to me, I'm going away for a couple of weeks. A month and a half later, he still ain't come back. Let's just hope he does come home.
Gary doesn't realise it, but Dougie has arrived in Jaywick today and is on his way over. A stone's throw from Brooklands beach lives former East End hardman Fred.
Yep, now.
23 years ago, Fred served a 9-year jail sentence for armed robbery.
Oh, look at that, look.
He moved to Jaywick and lost touch with his family in London.
There's Victoria, and there's Dean. I've got about 6, 7 children in all out there, over in London, yeah. What I've had right with women and we broke up and all that, you know what I mean?
Fred's recently had some heart scares.
I'm 76. I've overlived my time, I think. That's what it's going to work out. I'll have to see my children one more time before I die. Now, before I go. I'm in the world, mate.
Coming up, Fred asks local councillor Dan to help him find his family.
Why do you want to see your children so much, Fred?
Oh, because I've missed them, and I've missed them a lot.
And Sarah goes for an ultrasound scan to check her baby is healthy. But JP is nowhere to be seen.
If I have to go on my own, I have to go on my own. But it would be very nice if he's there.
In a government poverty table comparing income, crime and living standards, the Essex town of Jaywick came a resounding bottom. Life expectancy here is 8 years less than in neighbouring areas. And 40% of residents have a disability or long-term health condition. Epilepsy sufferer JP is on his way from the Brooklands estate to the local chemist's with pregnant partner Sarah. As well as his medication, they need to pick up Sarah's methadone prescription to help wean her off heroin.
Oh, no, seagulls.
You're not going to walk with me
Seagulls.
on the right side?
Seagulls.
I'll walk over.
You know I don't like seagulls. There's one up there on top of the lamppost as well. Look. Them seagulls that come down and take the fucking food out of our hands.
Each week, the couple spend £35 of their £212 benefits, topping up their electricity at the post office.
You get a receipt, you know?
Yes. Just got the £10 on the electric.
£10 on the electric. And a can of soda.
Sarah and JP met 7 years ago when they were working at a supermarket in Harlow near London.
I love everything about JP. He's the father of my children. He's the only one that really knows me. He's my best friend as well as my lover. And I just love him. I'm hoping we'll get married soon.
She's my queen. Her body's my soul. And she's my life. Without her, I don't know what I'd do.
Half a mile from Brooklands is Jaywick village, home of single mum Lou and her 4-year-old son Alfie.
There's ice pops in there too.
Lou came here 5 years ago after suffering domestic abuse. With the help of her new neighbours, she regained her self-confidence.
Jaywick is a community that pulls together and everybody seems to get on, and it is nice.
Since arriving in Jaywick, Lou has built up a tattoo and body piercing business in nearby Clacton.
Ears, nose, tongues, navels, nipples, genitals, you name it, I pierce it. If you can pinch it, you can pierce it.
Tattoos are done by Lou's business partner and best friend, Phil.
He's like my big brother. It was a very bad place that I was in. He helped me by being there for me as an emotional crutch, really, which is what I needed.
35, please. 1 in 4 women in Britain suffer domestic abuse in their lifetime. Lou often provides a shoulder for her customers to cry on.
If it helps for people to talk about their situation, their life, I'm here. There's a lot of people out there that have gone through exactly the same as me, if not worse than me. And you do come out the other side. Hello.
Lou is regularly asked to pierce baby's ears. 6-month-old Jasmine is her next customer.
I do have a pink, if you prefer a pink or a blue.
What's the pink? Is it baby pink?
Pink is quite a vibrant one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go for that? Okay. Hold her nice and still, regardless of how much she tries to pull away. Just hold her for me. Okay, just relax. Here we go. One done. Oh, Baba, I'm sorry. It'll be worth it. Some people say that it's child abuse to have the child's ears pierced as a baby, but when they get older, it hurts. And they remember it. Now they don't. I'm seriously thinking about having a clip. Are you? Yeah. How much is it?
The clip hood costs £45.
And it should all be healed up by, sort of like, you can.
As soon as you feel ready to.
Thank you.
1 in 2 young women in Britain have body piercings. 53-year-old Tracy doesn't think youngsters should have all the fun.
Yeah, I thought about having one done for a while because a friend of mine wants his Prince Albert done as well. It will aid pleasure having this one to me.
So you can have either a hoop going in, or you can have a bar put in.
Hoop.
While Tracy weighs up her bling options down under. Back on the Brooklands estate, Sarah is nervous about her imminent ultrasound scan.
Today I'm going for my 12-week nuclear scan, I think it's called.
The heroin Sarah took early in her pregnancy may have affected the development of the fetus. Hopefully, today's scan will provide good news.
Chance to see your baby moving and, oh, hopefully, he or she is not asleep. Yeah, I find it exciting.
If Sarah's clean when the baby is born, she may be allowed to keep it.
I don't know what's going to happen there yet. Social services, I expect, will soon be involved, so what they'll want, I don't know. Dream scenario, JP will go for his detox, stop drinking. I will reduce my methadone before the baby's born, and they'll allow us to keep the baby together in a nice, happy family home.
JP has started an intensive detox program at the local health clinic.
It's not just for me, it's also for my children, my wife, my family, and we can all come back together and be that close unit that we used to be.
But recently, JP's hit the bottle. His father is seriously ill, and he fears has only days to live.
I want to clean my life up because I've got to a stage now that I realise I'm fed up. I'm fed up of having to go down the shop in the morning and getting a beer.
Now late, Sarah's worried JP might not turn up for the scan.
I know he's going through a bad time, but I think it's important that he's there. You know, life ends and another life starts, so it's important to keep it in proportion, I think. If I have to go on my own, I have to go on my own. But it would be very nice if he's there. It's both our baby.
As Sarah leaves the estate to go to Clacton Hospital, recovering alcoholic Dougie has just returned from his 6-week detox in London. He's about to surprise his best friend Gary, who he nicknames BFG, after the big friendly giant. Dougie was down to 1 can of lager a day in London, but as soon as he lands in Jaywick, he's back on the booze big time.
Do it again.
That's all right.
Everyone has their little slip-ups.
I have good days and bad days and all that sort of stuff.
And the bits in between.
Yeah.
Alcohol abuse increases the risk of epileptic seizures, and BFG drinks up to 9 litres of cider a day.
I didn't think he was coming back. I actually thought he was actually going to blow me up. As in, I'm staying with my mum, that sort of stuff.
Lady, move.
On Brooklands seafront, Jaywick councillor Dan Casey is on his way to see former armed robber Fred. Dan wants to help Fred find his children. He knows what it's like to lose contact with family. His mother died of TB when he was just 18 months old, and he was brought up in a children's home. His sisters were sent to other institutions, and he wasn't reunited with them until many years later.
I'm here. Now, are you looking for some of the family?
Well, yeah, I broke off with the missus. We wasn't married.
Have you got a birth certificate and everything else, yes, so we can sort of...
No,
live on
she's
it?
got all that. She's got all
So you've
that.
got nothing at all then?
I've got nothing at all, and she's got all that.
Why do you want to see your children so much, Fred?
Well, because I've missed them, and I've missed them a lot, you know. And they really love me.
As well as his daughters, Fred is desperate to meet his son, Rocky.
I named him Rocky Jackson because he's always mucking about, giving it all that to me.
Oh,
So he
yeah,
must be a fighter.
that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So how old would he be now, Fred?
Well, I've been down here 23
3
years
years,
now.
so-
Probably married by now.
Most probably got kids by now.
Probably, yeah. Probably they all have, probably.
Yeah, you most probably got grandchildren or
all
even
have.
great-grandchildren. You don't know, mate, do you?
Well, I just want to make sure that they're getting up all right, you know what I mean? That they're not ill or... I would like to see them, I could.
Yeah.
I want to see them before I die anyway.
Yeah. I'll do what I can there for you, and we'll come back to you, Fred. Thank you. Cheers, Fred.
While Dan goes off to start his search for Fred's son. At Clacton Hospital, JP has joined Sarah just in time.
I'm very glad he's here to accompany me to my scan.
Of course I'm going to be here.
Heroin use when pregnant can lead to a lack of oxygen reaching the baby.
You always worry, is my child okay? And, this is the way to find out. But I'm sure everything's fine. We'll see how we get on today.
Hi, Sarah, come in. Right, can I get you to come and lay on the table? I'm just going to pop the light off.
Drug abuse sometimes leads to the placenta coming away from the uterus, which can kill mum and baby.
So let's just have a little look through. You see the heart beating, you can actually see the 4 chambers in that heart, which it should have. Yes.
The internal organs and placenta look fine, but has heroin affected the baby's growth?
I'm just doing a measurement from head to bottom there.
So, baby, that's a boy.
I don't mind, JP. If it's healthy.
A little black hole in its stomach.
He's got what, a black hole?
Yeah, it's a stomach. It's fluid filled. And 2 legs.
Is that normal?
2 legs.
What, 2
No.
legs?
Does everything look okay?
It looks absolutely fine for 14 weeks. All nice and normal for this stage.
Oh, good. Thank you. We're very happy that the baby seems fit and healthy, so yes, I'm very happy.
Me, I'm over the moon. And the ladies told us that healthy makes me feel proud seeing my child there. That's it. That's where she's got her heels. That's the hand up in the face, isn't it? Yeah.
After the scan, Sarah goes for blood tests, which also indicate all is well.
Very happy that everything looks good so far.
Everything's looking good and healthy.
Just such a relief that I can relax and enjoy the pregnancy now without worrying so much. So yeah, I'm very happy.
Good.
Coming up, BFG's 40th birthday is heading for disaster.
It's gone so flat.
And Dan's search for Fred's son takes a shocking twist.
Well, I don't really know what to say to that.
The roads on Jaywick's Brooklands estate have no drainage, flooding as soon as it rains. And its local shops have been derelict for decades. Many residents feel the area and its people deserve the chance to thrive again. Danny Sloggart believes his neighbours are full of untapped potential. And to prove it, he's organising Jaywick's first ever talent contest.
There's a lot of people that don't speak, but they play guitar, they write poems, and that's what I like about this, you know? It's places like Jaywick where they end up. Because a lot of people think they're weird because they've got talent, but it's not that they're weird, they've just got talent. And people were not accepting it, you know?
Well, then after you.
Danny's taking his friend Tommy to audition a 20-year-old singer, hoping to be picked for his show.
I love your blue hair.
Thank you, it's great to be unique.
Heather moved to Jaywick with her mum, Lisa, last year.
We've heard lots about you, that you've got a great voice.
X Factor turned me down. I mean, I don't want to become famous because all the money and that. Look, I just want to sing
Yeah, you should.
and have everyone love my voice for who I am.
It sounds like you're very good at it, so I'd like...
Oh, I love it.
I want to see you do it. And
I mean, shower, walking down the stairs in my house, I'm constantly singing. I actually think I annoy my mum because I sing too much.
She looks very proud to
She was
me.
born singing.
You would know, you would know.
She was. She come out singing. Lord, she did.
Heather's looking for a job, but she really wants to be a star.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
You are amazing, and we'd love you to be on Jaywick's Got Talent. Your talent is off the planet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you for coming.
But Heather has a secret, which she'll have to combat in time for the show.
I start shaking and, oh, it's annoying. Nerves get me big time, and I'll just blush and I'll end up walking off the stage because I do have a little bit of stage fright.
Heather wants to perform as a tribute to her dad, who passed away 4 years ago.
Every girl needs a father. People say they hate their parents, but when you lose them, that's when you start wishing you didn't say that. I know, I've been through it, and it's not nice. The amount of times I've screamed at my dad, I fucking hate you, and so now I wish I didn't say it, because I didn't hate him. It's just go through a lot of shit, man. If I could have one wish, I would wish my dad to come back. It is hard. I will see him one day in heaven.
Two miles away on Jaywick's Tudor estate, Councillor Dan has been searching for information about Fred's son, Rocky, all day.
1978. Search. Jackson Rocky, here we go. 1978. First name born, 1 Hackney. Oh, Hackney. Oh, it's... Oh, Jackson Rocky, deaths and burials under. Death year, it's got a death year here. Jackson, gender male, birthday 17. It is the same person. Born 1978. Rocky 1978, death 1978. Well, I don't know really what to say to that. Unfortunately, his son has gone. That's it. It's rather sad, isn't it, really? I was hoping to give him some good news, but that's not good news, is it?
Dan wants Fred to know straight away.
How he'll take it, I do not know. Right, Fred, what I've managed to find out, you asked a question on Rocky. Right there, Rocky, Jackson. Now, the only thing is, Fred, what this is the death thing.
Death?
Yeah, so what it says here, basically, he was born in January 1978.
Yeah.
And he's in the early part of the year, the first quarter of the year, he actually died. In Hackney, where it is, it's there. And then you've got this one here.
That's all wrong because the thing is, She came to see me with him at Wandsworth Prison when I was coming out, and wasn't 70, that was around the 80s.
Yeah.
There's been a mistake made there.
Well, I'm going to source your 2 daughters, which you obviously you want me to do, and basically I'll come back with all the information to you there, Fred. I'll catch up with you later.
No, he couldn't have died. If he was born in 78, how could he die in 78?
Well, he's in denial, yeah, but there again, how would you say he lives in conditions like that? That might be to, you know, he hasn't slept much during the night, does he?
There's a bad mix-up there somewhere. There's a bad mix-up.
He believes he's got a son, and that's it. But let's see if we can get the daughters to respond, and that's really on there, and just take it on from there.
No, he's not dead. He's not dead.
3 miles away in Clacton, Lou prepares for her 53-year-old customer's intimate piercing. Her business partner Phil has been doing some homework on a Department of Health website.
All women who have a pierced vagina will be classified as having suffered female genital mutilation, the Department of Health says. Even if an adult consents to having it done, she will still be said to have undergone a harmful procedure.
You're not mutilating it, you're adding a bit of jewellery to it.
Make it a little bit more sensitive. Hey.
There's your father.
Why do you think Lou's always smiling?
Okay, Tracy, all you've got to do is just undress yourself from the bottom, please. Okay. No, 2 seconds.
All right, Tracy? Just breathe in and breathe out.
Just relax again for me, Tracy.
20% of piercings done on Britain's women are of a sexual nature.
Do you want me to show you it? That's it. There you go. And that's it. All done. Okay?
Yeah. It feels good. No discomfort or anything about it. You wouldn't know you was having it done. So enjoy one. Good sex, here we come.
Thank you. You take care. Have a lovely day, won't you, darling? Bye-bye.
In the next room, Phil is tattooing Heather.
How's it looking?
It's looking all right. You sit nice and still like that, it should be perfect. Well, it will be perfect.
I've got a stiff neck now. Oof.
Heather's tattoo is in memory of her dad.
It looks very pretty. I'm very proud of what he's done. I'm very happy. So, yeah, I've got a nice tattoo now.
It's 2 weeks since an ultrasound scan showed no ill effects of Sarah's heroin addiction on her baby.
I'm eating for 2, although I haven't gained any weight in the last couple of weeks.
She's doing well in her efforts to wean herself off drugs by taking gradually reduced amounts of the safe substitute, methadone.
If I wasn't pregnant, I'd be adding some red wine.
Sarah, look, bumpers. How can you call your baby that?
Getting right into these names now, aren't you?
Oh my God almighty. How can you call your child Spunk?
No.
Choosing the baby's name is bringing home just how close they are to having another child. And JP's determined to get clean.
We're having a fresh start, aren't we?
That's correct.
And everything is going to work out beautiful.
Oh, JP,
Now you've had
your
enough.
plate's all right,
Mummy
but not
said
the bowl.
no. Mummy said no.
If things go well, social services might even allow their other children to live with them here in Jaywick.
A new life, new family, get everything back and sort everything out.
A few streets away, Heather's having second thoughts about taking part in the talent contest.
I don't feel well.
The pressure's getting to her, and now she's developed mouth ulcers.
Look.
Ooh, nasty.
No, innit? I've been awake all night.
Oh, bless you.
All day yesterday.
Oh,
all
bless
night.
you. Stop chewing your mouth.
Can't help it, it hurts.
I could always come up on stage and sing with you.
That's right, now you can do it if you want to.
Yeah, me and your mum. We'll be your backing group.
Yeah. For one night only.
Oh, God.
Heather and the Dynamos.
As the sun sets on the estate, BFG is in a dark place. It's his 40th birthday, but he's had to cancel the big party he's been planning all year.
I'm skint. So, I can't buy any drink, can't buy any food. So, I was hoping it could be brilliant. But, so I can get there.
Candles.
But BFG's best mate Dougie has a birthday surprise up his sleeve.
Yeah, okay. Get him his drink, keep him happy. Brilliant, cheers.
Your 40th, isn't it, at the end of the day? It's gone so flat. Laters.
Got all the surprises here for BFG, so we can turn his 40th birthday into a little party.
Despite Councillor Dan's news, Fred will never give up searching for Rocky.
I know he's out there somewhere. Just like to see him before I get too old and die, that's all. Make sure he's happy and settled and that. She'd love to see her dad, she would. Oh, she's crazy over me. Yes, I'd love to see him, even if it's only one time. I'd love to be able to talk to them and explain why I walked out on their mother.
At the Brooklands Community Centre, talent contest organiser Danny is under pressure. It looks like the whole of Jaywick is coming to watch the show, but so far, none of the acts have turned up, including Heather.
I just spoke to the girl.
Yep.
Number 7, yeah?
Yep.
They reckon she ain't doing it because her mates.
Bear with it. The show will go on no matter what. This is Jaywick's Got Talent. This will be great. I'm really happy. Very happy. Can't you see the dreams coming true?
Coming up, a lonely 40-year-old.
It's gone so flat.
A nervous singer.
Oh, now my heart's going like a racehorse.
And an excited host.
Jaywick's Got Talent. Yay!
On Jaywick's Brooklands estate, Dougie is about to rescue his best friend BFG's 40th birthday.
Here you go, bruv. Happy birthday.
Wicked.
Happy birthday, mate. How was that for a surprise, bro?
Thank you. Right, ready?
Go on.
Yeah, you got birthday cake? That is absolutely brilliant. At least you didn't put 40 candles on it anyway.
Couldn't afford the 40 candles for your cake, bruv, so 4 would have to do.
Just round the corner at the community centre, it's the biggest night of the year. The Jaywick's Got Talent judges are Councillor Dan local landlady Susie, and Danny's mate Tommy.
I'll sit down there. Yes.
Heather and her fellow performers have finally turned up. There's £100 to be won.
If I win the prize, I'm saving it because me and my boyfriend are going to get a place. And I've already got £5 grand and I want to build it up. So I'll put it in my bank and it'll stay in there.
Boring. We'll probably spend it on a new stereo for our dance school, and if we have spares, we kind of said that we would take us 12 out for ice cream.
It's been quite tense the build up to it, so I'm glad it's finally here. And she can calm down. Stop singing the song because it's driving me nuts.
Over 300 people have come to see the show.
It doesn't matter who comes tonight. The community has come together, and it's brilliant to see how many people have got here tonight. And I'm so happy.
The size of the audience has made Heather even more nervous.
I have to use the words, so that's going to be fun. If when we stand up on stage going, hello everybody. Sorry, I have to use some words because I don't know the song off by heart, which is going to be hilarious. I did that on X Factor as well, it was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. But I'm singing, and it's going to be okay, I reckon.
Good evening, everybody. Jaywick's Got Talent.
I'm on next.
There's no turning back now.
Oh, now my heart's going like a racehorse. Do I need that?
Yes, darling, sorry.
Put your hands together. Thank you, Heather. So you were singing the song Amazing Grace. Jaywick's Got Talent. Heather.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Sorry. I'm a human.
The sound.
Oh, hello.
No.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on. But now I'm found, was blind, but now I'll see.
Amazing Grace.
Well done, well done, well done.
You were amazing, Cassie.
Absolutely.
Well done. You look like you're going to cry, bless you. Well done. That was beautiful. Everyone's...
Back in the hall, Danny's show goes from strength to strength. And for the grand finale, Jaywick's own Pavarotti.
Do you know what? Give me a hug. My days, I could listen to you all the time. You're so amazing. I love it.
What a night. Jaywick's Got Talent. The first one ever. You know that. Come on.
All that's left to do is announce the winning act.
And the winner is Smooth Bruce. So, Jaywick's Got Talent, everybody. What do you think?
Open it.
Heather might not have won tonight, but all the worry has been well worth it.
My dad died 4 years ago, and it's a shame that he couldn't be here. Well, obviously, would have been. And I sung it for him basically because he's in heaven, and I know God's with him 24/7. So, and I know he's looking down on me. bringing me on today, and that's all I thought about is my dad, and that's the reason why I've done it.
That was just amazing, absolutely amazing. I was petrified for her, but she did so well. I'm so proud of her, so proud.
And we did it. We made it happen. We're going to do it every year now. This is just a start. I want Jaywick's Got Talent every year. We all rallied round together. We all made it happen, and we can show the whole world that Jaywick's Got Talent, can't we? We can show the whole world Jaywick's Got Talent.
2 months later, Fred's still dreaming of a family reunion. But Councillor Dan hasn't been able to trace his daughters yet. Dan lost his council seat to UKIP in the election, but he continues to fight for further investment in Jaywick as a private citizen. BFG and Dougie are both more optimistic about the future. They're applying for work and cutting down on the booze. Heather might not have become a star, but she has secured her first full-time job as a care worker. And Sarah's 20-week scan showed all is well, and the baby is a girl. She hopes to be totally off methadone by the time the baby is born.